to now.
Penis.
Oh my god. Total slip of
That's
the
it.
tongue.
You're
Definitely
demonetized now. Wait a second.
joke's on you. I'm marked as 18 plus. I don't know about Kenneth. He might get fucked by that.
Wait, I got it. I just have to yell racial slurs and Kenneth will get canceled. Let's go.
I feel like we'll all get canceled.
Let's go.
I'm good at that.
Why am I?
Hey Ken, you got a black screen. You
Kenneth.
realize that, right?
I don't know why. Window capture.
Just because
There we go.
something happened
We're good.
doesn't mean you can roll a Constitution save to protect yourself.
I didn't? What?
You rolled a con
He
save,
did.
yeah.
He did
Oh.
in fact roll a con save.
Oops. I think I misclicked on to... We're good. I got a screen now. Woo!
Let's
I
go.
Can the
don't
roll to
believe you.
prevent yourself from being canceled be a charisma save?
Probably.
Yeah, because it kind of just depends on how good of an apology video you put out after.
It's either that or
Or
performance
to not
check.
putting out an apology video?
In fairness, a lot of times not doing an apology video is better for your metrics.
Yeah, see, what happens, I feel like, is a lot of people are like, they know they're screwed after that, so they go for one more apology video because those get 1 trillion views, so that way they get one decent final payout before they have to disappear for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, but
They're
you end
disowned
up
by the
making it
internet.
worse. Yeah.
Oh shit, my headset battery's dead. I need to change that 1
God
second.
damn.
You know what would be? Yeah, it's funny. Like, if a lot of people did like non-apology videos where they said, "Yeah, no, fuck you, I'm right," they'd actually be better off because
Oh no,
people
like
are
a handful of YouTubers I watch.
Mhm.
Okay, I exist again. Headset battery changed.
Hilarious.
Title of the video is an apology video, and the entire video is them telling you to fuck off.
I'm sorry you guys are such
Sounds like
asses.
a very British humor way to do it.
Fucking apology video. Video starts. This is not me apologizing to you guys. This is me waiting for you guys to apologize to me.
This is the way.
Alright, so yeah. Last time you guys found where you believe this alleged cult of some kind rests at. Did not find Baltasar there, but instead found Ver, some ranger schmuck who is just making sure all the cultists there don't fucking die of starvation or dysentery. And he was like, "Ah, yeah, no, this is a great cult. You guys can't join though. Kind of, sort of.
No, he said that Ameliel couldn't join.
Yeah,
I did kind of
Same
say,
thing, really.
Me and Juggernaut were allowed to go look at the book.
Yeah. You guys got to go look at the good book.
That-
Turns out the good book wasn't too good.
Yeah.
directly lied
did
about
a
my...
little bit of extra dimensional travel real quick. Met someone known as Lady Knowledge, and by met I mean spoke to, and then got teleported out
With a fixed book.
with a fixed book, notably.
And
Book
now
is
we know the
fixed.
truth. My God is good.
Eh,
My God
just-
is good.
we don't know that your god is good. We just know that the aboleth that lied is bad.
Excuse me, ma'am. I think you mean my god. I did create it after all.
Yeah, I worship it. Who's better, the worshiper or the creator?
The creator.
I'm the one who gives the god
creator.
power by worshiping them, though.
Not how-
You're not a Kuotoa.
What is a god
Yeah.
to a non-believer?
Still a god.
Yeah.
What is a god to a non-believer? Gets smited by a rise. Do you believe now?
Do you believe in magic?
Classic
That'll
Deep
stop
Force
your
song.
heart.
Yeah, just Amelia has a random stroke. Hard to explain how that happens.
Oh no.
But yeah. And then you guys talked with a private investigator named Yule, did some information swapping as he's been investigating the cult, not necessarily Baltasar, but as he is involved with the cult, has ended up investigating him some. He is off to talk to Balthasar's old friend, somewhere to the north, and you guys are gonna take the river along to a druid grove to the east, and then if nothing of importance shows up there that changes your plan, are going to follow the river to the south to the trails and walk down to where Balthasar had once taken a vacation to go see what potentially fucked him up there.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
All right. Well then, in that case,
Ooh, I shipped off Firebrand to get added to my scythe because my god is good.
Yep.
Yours isn't a
right,
god.
that's right.
It's my god.
Debatable.
He says god with air quotes. It's fine.
Listen, you can't prove that he's not a god. So I mean,
Yeah, fair enough.
He's god adjacent. It's fine.
you guys do have time to go to stores, buy anything you need, or gather any resources you want to do before you head out. Because this will be a relatively long journey with minimal contact with society.
Should probably buy a day or two more rations because I only start with 2 rations for my thing.
What do I start with rations?
So I'll get up to I'm at 4 because 4 days of food is a pretty good amount of food to have for this trip, I think.
Question.
Yes.
How much gold is 1 platinum coin?
10 gold.
It's always, aside from Electrum, it's always divisions of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nobody uses Electrum because they're wrong.
Because, yeah, providing nothing, like, gets in your guys' way, or, like, sidetracks you for long periods of time, you are looking at a 7-day trip there, and then probably about, unless you want to try to go upriver, which would take longer, and then about
But
a
my
5-day
boat-
trip back. So,
Yeah.
without anything distracting you, you are looking about a 12 days travel, so just over a 10-day.
How many rations does an explorer's pack start with? Is it 10?
I believe so.
Explorer's pack. Click.
Yes.
10 rations, yep.
I'll buy another 10 just to be safe. How much is a
Ooh,
ration?
superior ship upgrades. Explosive rounds, you say?
Rations are 5 silver per day's worth.
So for another 10, that would be 5.
5 gold.
Yes. I will buy another
Notes for when ship gets bigger.
10 days worth of rations, so I have 20 days of rations. Better safe than sorry.
Mhm.
So I'm at 83. There.
Can you guys hear me clicking my dice?
Your dice? No.
Okay, good.
I think I hear Kenneth punching his keyboard.
I'm not punching it.
Oh, it sounds like it.
Kenneth, when your keyboard sounds louder than mine, we have concerns.
Especially because I know what kind of keyboard you have, it's not supposed to be that loud. Because you have the same kind of keyboard and mouse I have.
Can you guys hear this?
Or proof that he further copies everything I do.
This
We
is the
can hear it,
keyboard
but now
you
it's now
gave
you're
me.
not punching it. Yeah, and you haven't got a better one yet.
Yes.
Skill issue.
Okay, the one I gave you is broken.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's missing one of the kickstands. It's
Oh.
a minor thing, but it is broken.
I don't care about a kickstand.
It's why I gave it to you and got myself a new one, because I like having the kickstands.
But yes, I think I will. Should I get how much is a ration?
5 silver.
Okay.
Weighs about a pound, I believe.
2 pounds, it looks like.
Yeah, no, it's 2 pounds
Yep.
per ration. It's weird. I'll get 4 then, so I just have to get rid of 2 gold because that's easier.
2
math.
pounds of nuts for ration.
Oh yeah.
They ain't cheap. That's all I know.
Should I invest in a torch? Should probably maybe invest in a torch.
I don't need that because I got dork vision, baby.
I mean, I have blind sight for 10 feet. However,
I'll
past
just
that
guide.
10 feet.
I'll guide you to within 10 feet of whatever you need to kill, and then you'll be fine.
I have candles, is all I have otherwise. I might get a lantern, actually. I feel like a lantern's more appropriate for a boatman.
Yeah.
You could always attach it to the end of your scythe to look more menacing
I
when
was
you're
about to say,
rowing.
have it hanging off your scythe.
Ghost lantern, you say? What's that? Oh, it's a rare wondrous item. Okay, I'm not getting that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that would fit your aesthetic.
No, I don't know exactly what it would do. I didn't bother reading it, but yeah.
I
Let's
just
forget
like
the difference between a bullseye and
A bullseye has...
a directional but long.
Yeah, it's like, it focuses it down one thing to make it more like a flashlight versus a hooded, which is just like, it either shines all around or you cover it, pretty much.
Yeah, the benefit of a hooded lantern is you can literally lower the hood to make it a 5-foot radius of dim light instead. So
Right, a ghost lantern holds souls.
Ooh, that is appropriate.
A restless spirit is trapped inside this lantern. While holding the lantern, you can command the spirit as a bonus action to shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. While holding the lantern, you can use an action to order the spirit to leave the lantern and duplicate the effect of the Mage Hand spell. The spirit returns to the lantern when the spell ends. If you fall unconscious within 10 feet of the lantern, the spirit emerges from it, magically stabilizes you with a touch, and then quickly returns to the lantern. The spirit is bound to the lantern and can't be harmed, turned, or raised from the dead. Casting Dispel Evil and Good spell on the lantern releases the spirit to the afterlife and renders the lantern non-magical.
I'm gonna assume I could shove a new spirit in there after the fact if needed.
It doesn't say
I can, but I would assume like you could
so
do
you
something.
might technically need the imprisonment spell to do that.
Or some other method of
something along those lines.
If the thing happens, I might be able to use that to refuel it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do, yep.
That might work.
But then it's one less thing for Guy.
That's fine. It's fine. He'll understand. He would totally understand needing my creepy aesthetic.
How many souls is your soul worth?
Mine plenty.
No, I'm quoting Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't care. Anyway, I'll get a bullseye lantern because I feel like if I need light, directional light is more helpful at 60 bright, 60 dim. It's just way more useful. For my purposes of needing a lantern.
Let's see.
I'll get that. Oil.
I have 10 darts. Darts are recoverable, right? Or are they like arrows where you get half back?
That's what recoverable means.
Yeah, darts are in the ranged weapons, so yeah, you treat them like ammunition. You don't, it's not like if you throw a dagger. My DMG has disappeared on me, apparently. No, there it is, okay.
How much is a dart?
Darts are like
5 copper.
A couple copper, yeah.
They are 5 copper, if I remember correctly.
They're meant to be quick and disposable.
Yeah, and a dart does how much damage?
1d4. It just has better range than a dagger, and it's cheaper than a dagger.
I think it also doesn't have the light property. But it does have finesse. How much is a bullseye? Bullseye lantern.
I can do
10 gold pieces.
I can do that thing where I can make a weapon a monk weapon, right? Isn't that a thing?
You should have it by this level, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so make a dart a monk
Dart,
weapon.
5 copper, 1d4
it makes
piercing.
that specific weapon a monk weapon.
Wow.
It has finesse and thrown.
Darts are already monk weapons, Kenneth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it would use my
They're simple weapons.
martial arts
They're simple.
die instead.
Yes.
Okay.
It's why monks are given them.
Yeah. So if they're 5 copper, How many could I get
That
for
means-
1 platinum?
1 platinum? Kenneth,
Okay.
Kenneth, 1 silver gets you 2. That means 1 gold is gonna get you 20.
So
That
200.
means, yeah.
I'm
Keep in
200.
mind, darts do weigh 1/4 of a pound each. That would be 50 pounds of darts.
It is only 100 pounds that my carrying capacity would be up to.
Yeah?
How good's your strength?
8. So
15 times 8.
I can carry 120 pounds.
Yeah,
So you'd be left with only 20 pounds of leeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it. It's just you also have way more than enough dart. Like, if you wanted to get like 100 darts, that'd be excessive but understandable.
And that would be 10.
5 gold.
5 gold. Okay. I'll do that. I'll get 100.
It'd be 10 It would definitely be 10 platinum.
I'll do
It'd definitely be
100.
10 platinum.
I'll do 100 darts. Or yeah.
I did rework the bargain bin of magic items if you guys wanted to go look
I
at
mean,
those.
if we're here,
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone can roll a D100.
I love shitty magic items. 62, baby.
35.
I love that, like, not all of them even are, like, have a good use to them. It's great.
I like my cloak of water reliance.
I'm sure we'll find a way to make the ring of finger invisibility good or usable.
This is why I'm adding them. You guys are gonna find a way to break something with it, and I'm going to hate myself for it, and I'll enjoy every second of it.
Yeah.
I saw something where a group managed to set a forest on fire with a jar of lard that it was like never-ending lard. They set a forest They set a forest fire on it, on fire, and then they would also cover creatures in it and then light it, so enemies would just take fire damage.
I mean, yeah, that's the obvious use of a jar of never-ending lard.
Okay, so for a 62, Constantine,
Mhm.
you find a circlet of blinding. What you do is when you put this on, you can use an action to make a blinding light appear out of it, making all creatures, including the person who activated it, within 10 feet blind.
No save?
No save. You are just automatically blind.
Blind sight,
I actually want that. I
baby.
want that.
Because you have blind sight, yeah?
Yeah, I actually really want that. Hey, you want to see something neat?
You want to see a magic trick?
That is 100 gold.
That is pricey, but that is pretty good for me specifically.
You specifically. I didn't even think about the fact that you had blind sight when I made it. I just remembered you had blind sight because you just mentioned it earlier today.
Yeah. Oh my god.
While you think on that, I'll go through
Yeah.
everyone else's. Alright,
Yeah.
35. Yes. Emilio, you find the Sword of Sneezing. Anytime you hit a creature with this weapon, they sneeze. It has no actual downsides. It's just they sneeze when you hit them with it.
What kind of sword?
It is a longsword.
I can't even use it, so I'll pass
Yes,
on
you
that.
can, because as you just mentioned, you have the ability to turn a weapon into a monk weapon.
I don't have proficiency with it, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could use
And,
it though as a monk weapon.
I
It'd
will.
just be really bad.
I will pass on that sword of sneezing, as funny as that is.
And then what do we have here? 39. Eyes of Not So Charming. When you put on these glasses, you have 3 charges. You can expend 1 charge to cast the Charm Person spell on yourself.
So it's eyes of positive body image.
Yep, pretty much.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get that.
Glasses of hype yourself up.
Uh,
All right, and I will mark these 3 off, and then I have to refresh them later.
All right, so since I'm gonna be giving you guys a lovely boat ride down the river, can I just get like 5 gold from each of you to slightly offset me buying this?
I can give you 5 gold.
Your boat
I do
fare.
not have any gold.
Do you have a platinum? I can make
Yes.
change. I'll make you 5 gold change.
Okay, if you're
Give me
in the
platinum.
city, you can just break down your money however you want. It's just
No,
when
hear
you're
me-
outside
he-
of the city.
Hear me out. Kenneth, give your 5 gold to Juggernaut. Juggernaut, give me 1 platinum.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's how the math
That
works
works.
out, because you'd be giving me 5 and I'd be giving it to him.
Yeah.
Break his platinum.
So I give Juggernaut 5 gold.
Yeah.
And then
And the one
Juggernaut,
plat
you give
to the
Constantine
rabbit.
a platinum.
Excellent. Thank you for paying your boat fare in advance. Anyway, I have a circle of blinding now.
You do.
Is that attunement?
It is not attunement.
Ooh.
You are only able to do that once per long rest, though. It's a once
Okay.
per day thing.
Okay.
It does last for 4 hours, though.
Oh.
Oh God. Still,
Notably,
still decent
so-
on me.
what it does is it does make a really bright light, but it does not make additional light beyond its 10-foot radius. So it
Just
pretty
an
much just
orb
becomes
of
a
bright.
plain white circle that you could see in the dark, but it doesn't illuminate anything around it.
Hmm.
It's a weird one.
You're
So
a weird
does the light just
one,
last for 4
Mr.
hours?
Grinch.
Yep.
Oh, so if I walk into something square, it would then be blinded?
Yes.
Assuming it relies on vision.
Yeah, pretty much just
Yeah.
you have an aura. It pretty much gives you an aura as long as you have the item on. You
Mhm.
can technically throw it if you want to, but
Just-
anyone can pick it up
Oh
and
my
deactivate
God.
it.
Just do the fucking Wonder Woman tiara.
They gotta
throw.
find it first.
This is true. They would have to find it first. Someone's asleep, puts it in their pocket and activates it. Like you put it in their pocket and activate it, and watch them be so fucking confused. Or listen to them, I guess, because you wouldn't be able to see them. What the fuck was that noise?
It was a noise.
Yeah, it was a weird noise.
I will be right back while we're shopping around.
Fantastic. What an excellent magic item that he's probably actually gonna win a fight at some point. Not gonna lie.
Probably. I'm just gonna start giving a few enemies blind style.
Oh
Yeah, in
no,
fairness, I
we're fighting a
assume-
mage boss. Grenade blindness.
Oh my god, because if you're in it, they can't see you because it's a blinding white light.
Yeah.
So if it's ever a creature you can see, you can just be in that blinding white light without them being in it,
Mhm.
and they can't see you. Fuck! Ah, it's better than I thought it was.
But then I'm at a range from a mage, and I have
Yeah,
to find my
yeah.
way to them because I can't see
Oh
outside of
my
that 10
god, I
feet,
just realized
unfortunately.
what this is.
What is
I'm
this?
getting a gif.
I move this to the other.
Go to the memes.
Video, not a gif.
Oh no.
I love my bargain bin.
It's a pretty good bargain bin. I feel like I've gotten the 2 best items out of it so far.
There were some I was debating not putting in the bargain bin and just making a magic item out of it,
Mhm.
but I decided against it.
I think Juggernaut got an okay one. I don't remember what it was though.
Which one?
The previous time we did the bargain bin, I thought you got one that was decent, if I remember correctly.
The Belt of Hill Giants Intelligence.
Right, yeah, because we can strap it to somebody.
Make them stupid.
Or if they're really stupid, make them slightly less stupid.
We could put it on a pet.
Oh
And
man,
then-
so one of the items I have on my list that I really like, you know the like figurine of wondrous powers, like you have
Yeah.
like a bunch of them. You have the giant fly one, like the ebony fly that turns into
Please
a
tell me
giant
it's a
fly.
regular fly.
No, it's a giant fruit fly.
Oh.
It gets to being the size of about a regular sized beetle.
I can't find a GIF for what I was looking for, but
Aw.
here's an image. It's a fucking piece of gear called the Flare in Halo 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it is just orb. Just orb of no vision.
I forgot to put
Fucking
this
hated
one on
that
here
piece of gear.
too.
Don't worry, we come back to the bargain bin eventually.
Yes, we
Some of
very
these
much
are
will.
great. You know the fucking horn that you can use to like call
The
forth.
Horde of Calling.
Yeah, the horn of calling.
Yeah.
I made one of the horn of stop calling where it's like you just hear a voice that says not feeling it right now.
You feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Fucking love this.
Aw.
Alright, so yeah, are you guys done shopping or is there anything else you would like to look for?
I don't think there's anything else I particularly need at this time.
I'm all set.
Because I can't afford the betterest armor yet,
Oh,
so...
Jesus Christ, I almost fucking tipped
I am
half my
good.
desk.
Yeah, please don't die.
I just smacked my hand on my monitor turning my air conditioner on.
Oh, good job.
Please don't
Oh,
die.
by the way, when we have free time, I'm gonna need Juggernaut to make me a set of plate mail for cheaper. When we have, like, a couple of weeks of time.
Yeah, well, notably, you can always, because you guys are going to be having so many days of travel here, keep in mind that a day of
Oh, yeah, I
travel
could literally
is...
have him making it on the boat, because he doesn't need to walk or anything.
Well,
Yeah.
even beyond that, you can only do 8 hours of travel, even if it's by boat.
Right, unless we
so
want
then
to
you
exert
will,
ourselves.
yeah, unless
obviously.
you want to exert yourself, then you will have 8 hours to just do whatever the fuck you want every day you don't actually encounter something, and then 8 hours of rest.
How much does it cost him to craft farm? Ooh, Xanathars, I need
Wait, I got a
you.
question.
Yes.
The boat, passengers count for that 8 hour, right?
What?
Yeah,
So if you're the pass-
because as a
yeah.
group, we can do it for 8 hours.
Yeah, it's meant to be like you guys are all kind of keeping a lookout, and like paying attention, doing what you need to do. I will also say, due to the size of the boat, you really wouldn't have the room to work on too much.
Yeah.
Once the boat gets
Maybe we
bigger,
kick Kenneth
potentially, like
Hey!
yeah, if the boat was like bigger, potentially you could talk
Yeah,
about
it-
maybe doing something a little more simple, like wood carving.
Yeah,
like,
at,
just,
at
like, have,
this
like,
time,
But yeah, right now
it
it's
snugly fits 3.
yeah.
But once it snugly fits 4 people and we kick Kenneth off,
Hey!
Although, like, I
Another-
guess, like, you don't have to breathe, so, like, you could always just be tied to the boat and be dragging along the bottom.
I just have
And
Would
Some
I be
metal
dragging
work under
along
the
the
sea.
bottom, or would I just be an anchor?
I feel like you'd be an anchor at that point.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like you're heavy enough.
Good
Metal
news.
man with
We have a
metal on
makeshift
him.
anchor if needed.
Wow,
is
I just
true.
realized the two of you could spend your rests underwater because you have the cloak of water dependency.
Yes.
Leave him out in the open.
You're the bait.
No.
Both underwater waiting.
Yeah, we need to get these guys closer to the boat, but they won't do it if there's a bunch of people on the boat. 2 people under the boat, 1 person on the boat. Guys, it's only 1 person. We can take them.
Ugh. Trojan horse, but not.
Trojan bunny.
Trojan River
Trojan,
Man.
my boat.
My boat.
Yeah, raw materials worth half the item's selling cost. Work weeks equal to its gold. Divide the gold cost by 50. Work weeks. Oh my god. I forgot they made mundane crafting terrible in 5e as well.
Because they didn't want people to be able to just have full plate
Yeah.
armor by like week 3 of being in a hex crawler. Like,
Yeah, but
Doom.
even then, like because how much does full plate cost?
Full plate
Something
is
like-
1500.
Yeah, so that's
I remember correctly.
750 for sell price then. So 750. Yeah, that's 15 weeks.
Jesus crikey, mate!
And that assumes a 10-day, because the standard is Faerun, which is a
Yeah.
10-day. So
Yeah,
that's
holy
freaking...
fuck.
Yeah, that's 150 days to make full plate.
Jesus, that's half of one of my years.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they should
that's-
have just made it so it's a handful of checks that you need to do that you do
Yes.
span out over days.
Well, it should
Have
be the
it-
better the check you do,
The less
the more
time it
progress you
takes.
make. Yeah.
Have it like the death save system.
Mhm.
I'll...
You crit, 2 charges. You standard, 1 charge. You fail, you lose it. Charge.
I have
And then you have
two...
to get like 10.
I have 2 ideas I'll do instead because I don't like it taking
Yeah.
that long. I'll either come up with what I believe to be a more realistic and reasonable number
Mhm.
for a number of weeks it would take, or I'll let you roll every time you have the free time for it, and I will have predetermined number of rolls that you have to succeed on to have it done by. And basically what I'll do is failed saves will I'll basically do like fail and crit fail, but not like actual
Mhm.
nat ones. I'll do like if it's within this range, you just don't lose time on it, you just don't make any progress.
Yeah.
But if it's below that range, then it'll be you
If you
lose some
fuck
time
up,
on
you
it.
gotta replace
Oh my
parts you
god,
did,
it's
so.
even worse. Magic items have a set number of work weeks, so you can make a rare item in 10 work weeks. So you could make me a +1 full plate armor faster than you can make me
Faster
plate
Better
than
armor.
you
just
can
standard
make
full plate.
What the
regular.
fuck?
That's garbage. Oh my god. So, which way would you guys prefer to have it? Making rolls as you have free time, or just have it be a set number that I find to be more
I
reasonable?
think making rolls is a free time
I
because
don't think
rolling
this is too
dice is
important
fun.
now, so we can think about this on a different session, because
Yeah.
I would... If I paid him... Like, I could not pay him enough for the materials right now.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Doesn't matter in this instance, but important thing to note that you can make me rare armor faster. You can make me rare magic item faster than you
Yeah,
can
I'm not a
make me
fan
plate
of that.
armor.
I will definitely be
Yeah.
changing
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, it's-
That should be, you make the armor, and then you go through additional process to make
notably
it magic
for
armor.
the artificer, I don't know what I know you have like smith's tools, but I don't know what else you have proficiency in. It is very efficient to make potions on free time.
yes, it is very
Because
efficient
it
to do
only
potions
costs
without
like
losing.
25, and it only takes a day to make a basic potion of healing.
Yeah, because potions
do
are the
not have-
exception to the standard thing.
Whatever the fuck potion tool would be.
It's either you can do it with an alchemist or a herbalist kit. If
Yeah,
you have
I have
proficiency in either
thieves,
of those.
tinkers, smiths, navigators, and leather workers.
Clearly, you
good.
can
I
use
just
leather
want-
workers to make a
Ah,
potion.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
squeeze all the life essence out of all the leather you have.
potions of healing are 50
Healing
gold,
jerky.
right?
They are 50
healing
gold. It
jerky.
costs 25 to make them.
How many
It's-
can we find right now? Like if we
If you're just looking to buy, you can find as many as you want to buy. They're very basic. Pretty much everywhere, even general stores will have them for about 50 gold.
Yeah, if you want something better than the basic, then it's gonna be hard to
Yeah,
find.
then it'll be a little harder to find.
is it worth it to buy a bunch of basic healing potions?
Healing,
don't-
generally speaking, isn't bad to have on hand.
As until I multi-class sorcerer, probably. Because once I multi-class sorcerer, I'll have a lot more spell slots to waste on healing instead of smiting.
Yeah.
because
Or not sorcerer, bard. I'll be more classing bard. But
Okay,
still.
I was like, I thought you weren't gonna go sword lock it in.
No, I wasn't gonna go sword lock it in, but I'm just
Right.
so used to paladin warlocks
Because
going
it's
sorcerer.
just OP.
It's the instinct.
So I could.
Well, I guess if we're gonna have a makeshift anchor, I should get some chain. How much
How much
chain?
does
Let me look
chain cost?
I'm finding out.
Does it even say in this?
It
It's like one of the
There is-
few things I
10
don't
feet.
remember.
10 feet of chain is 5 gold pieces.
Jesus!
I might not
That's
do that then.
expensive.
Oh, fine. I mean, it makes sense because back in this time, period, you had to
Yeah.
hand make every link. So like, bleh.
I might buy 3 potions of healing. It could be worth it.
Yeah, at that point, fuck. it.
Chain
I'll
has
use my
10
rope.
hit points and can be burst with a successful DC 20 strength check. This is weak chain too.
Yeah, that's awful. 'cause
That's not
rope
even like the
is-
good kind of chain.
Yeah, that's not even that much more than rope.
Well, rope only requires DC 10 to break out.
No,
and I
rope
don't
is
think
DC 17. Hempen rope is DC 17. It only has 2 hit
Oh.
points. It slices easy, but like a strength check is still hard. And all
Wow,
silk rope
yeah,
does is
look
make
at
it. And all
that.
silk rope does is make it lighter.
Yeah,
So like the only benefit chain has is that it has more hit points.
I know. You guys want to buy a
Really?
spyglass, right?
Maybe it's good for my boat.
It's good for your boat.
Now hang on. if I
My
offer
question,
somebody
would
my
a
spyglass
spyglass
and
be
they start
included
using
in
it, and then I use
navigator's
the
tools?
circlet of blinding. What do you say, Dale?
Would a spyglass be part of a navigator's tool set?
No.
No, not a spot.
Okay.
Maybe like navigators especially. That's more of like looking at maps. You might have a magnifying glass to look at the maps better, like a small one.
But, yeah,
a
nothing-
spyglass is meant to like look at really far away objects.
Nautical miles,
Yeah.
which is pretty much no different than regular miles. The only difference is you smell salt.
I think the measurement is actually slightly different.
It's minorly different. But yeah.
Yeah, it is slightly longer than a mile on land.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy 2 potions of
1.15.
healing.
Well, every 10 miles is an extra mile. So actually, I feel like that adds up.
No,
pretty
that's
quick.
not bad, actually, yeah.
Actually, not even. Every, yeah, because it's 10.15. So yeah, every,
Yeah.
every 8
Jesus.
miles is an extra mile.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not nothing. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing.
Yeah.
When you know you're moving 300 miles,
Yeah.
adds up. But yeah, I'm ready to activate boat.exe.
So 1 platinum
Yes.
is 10 gold. So I spend.
Oh my god, he
100.
learned math.
I spend 100 gold, so 10 platinum. For 2.
Sounds like someone just bought 2 potions of healing.
Yeah. They're gonna be helpful, probably.
I bought a circlet of blinding, so I can't really afford potions right now since I'm still saving up for armor.
You guys will get money eventually, maybe, probably.
Better yet, can the king just offer me a fucking piece of armor for saving the kingdom from cultists? Maybe. Thank you, cake. Bye.
Well, you gotta save them from cultists first.
Yeah.
I believe in our ability.
Right
We
now,
can
you
do
just
that
know
faster than
about
it
them.
would take to fucking make the armor in standard rules. So
Fuck standard rules. Who uses those anyways?
That's not even standard rules. That's Xanathar's rules. That's the
Right,
better
that's
crafting
Xanathar's
rules.
where they fixed it.
What was it
What's the
before?
standard?
Either
They probably just didn't
non-existent or
have it
awful.
specified. Yeah. I think in the downtime it says you can do things like craft stuff, and then it proceeded to not tell you what
Not
you can
explain
craft.
how.
Yeah.
5e never change.
Please change.
Please change.
Well, 1 D&D doesn't sound much better.
No, because 1 D&D is just we're gonna remove even more rules and make you homebrew everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which you already have to do in 5e half the time. So yeah. If no one else has anything to do, you are good to get a move on.
Yay.
Yay.
My boat.
Your boat.
Yeah, we'll get outside the walls, obviously, first, and then boat.
Yeah, I assumed. You guys head out of the city, get to the river, kind of make sure you have everything, and you move on. So it will take you about a day and a half, really, to get to the Druid Grove. So you guys have plenty of time to talk if you would like. I'm definitely not stalling while I read.
So who's ready to talk to some druids that we are all very well versed in talking to? Because we're all people of nature, right?
I know a bit about nature, yes.
I was being sarcastic, but alright. I mean, I know about nature. I grew up on a farm. Does that count?
Yeah, I'd say so. They might think you're a
Oh.
druid in animal form.
I'm wearing metal armor.
I haven't met many druids.
Don't think she knows anything, he whispers to Juggernaut.
Okay, so real quick, just because I found it while I was looking through things,
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out. So the Xanathar's rules, it was what 150 gold or 150 days to craft plate mail.
Because it's
That is
yeah.
half the original rule timing.
What?
The original rules is it even gives, for example, a suit of plate armor, market value 150, takes 300 days to craft by yourself.
No wonder they're so expensive in stores.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because an armor, a trained armor definitely couldn't make a set of plate mail in like a few months. No.
Yeah, no, impossible. That's like asking them to make a sword in like 2 days.
Yeah, no, nobody could ever do such a thing. Nobody's ever made a sword in,
3
6
hours.
hours. Yeah.
Looks to forged in fire.
No, trained smiths are actually insane with how fast they can make things.
Oh my god. I am realizing how quick 3 hours is practicing with my shit.
Mhm.
Like, oh man,
It's
I have
so
like
fast.
4 hours into this and I still just have a hunk of metal that's not shaped right yet.
Yeah. Because knowing the right temp and knowing
Yeah.
how to hammer right and get the right leverage and all that fun stuff is just, it's all feel.
It
It's
is
all
fun
feel.
though. I am enjoying the hell out of it.
I can't wait for
But
you
yeah,
to the
anyways.
first knife to stab Kenneth with.
I know, it's gonna be so fun. So, anyways, yeah. So you guys move on. Nothing much happens this day. You guys are on the water. You pass by a couple fishermen. They kind of give you a wave as you go by.
Waves.
One of them like has their kid with him, and the kid's like, "I want to go on the boat," and he's like, "No, you're not." They're weird.
I'm sorry, we don't have the room. Just being polite and ignoring the weird comment that is entirely correct. Because it's just correct.
It is just correct.
I'm
An
rowing
angel,
boat
a
with
rabbit, and a construct walk into a bar.
I am rowing a dinghy with a scythe right now.
Getting us any fish while you do so, just accidentally cutting them.
Non-zero chance I have accidentally speared a fish.
You haven't
Non-zero
speared
chance.
any, but you do feel a little thunk every now and then. You probably smack the fish upside the head with the blunt side of the scythe.
Yeah, it would have happened with an oar too. That's the fish's
Yeah.
fault.
All right, so. Yeah. Pretty uneventful day. I assume you guys make shore and set up camp for the
Yeah.
first day. Nothing too exciting
Lick
happens.
the wetness off my boat.
Yep. So you are kind of in a pretty open area with where you are. So you will have to have that one day or that one shift of relative vulnerability.
Now, hear me out. Me and Juggernaut could sleep underwater.
Yep, you guys could.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I don't think there's many water predators in this river.
There's definitely like 20 great white sharks. Just wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Num num num.
Yeah, Kenneth, why can't you breathe in the water yet?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the
what
fuck,
the fuck,
Kenneth?
The, the actual betrayal in, like, the sound of betrayal in that flustering.
Yeah, come on. The shark furry here can't breathe underwater, guys. Point and laugh.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's pretty.
Yeah, should we take our shifts or should we abandon Ameliel?
Mm,
Yeah, I say we take our turns.
yes.
And
You
even
could always spend the last 2 hours or the last few hours of your long rest
That's
underwater. Like
true. Yeah,
after
yeah.
you take your shift, you just go underwater.
You know what? That's what I'll do.
I'm the
I'm
only
gonna
one.
do
Ugh.
my entire long rest in the water, but my shift at watch, just my nose up is gonna be sticking out of the water.
I like it.
When it's just the submarine periscope.
It's pretty good. All right. So I will have each of you roll me a perception in whatever order you guys are gonna do the watch.
I'll go first tonight.
Okay.
Pretty good for me.
Hmm. Don't touch your sheet because I'm checking it.
He's gonna touch my sheet inappropriately.
Goddamn right I am. There, how's that? Is that inappropriate enough for you? Your divine health is too powerful.
I don't have to worry about any fish disease while I'm in the water.
Okay.
Notably, you could share that cloak so I can rest underwater when it's not my shift.
Well, Kenneth, I'm shifting first and then going to sleep underwater.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So with a 14, nothing major's happening tonight by the seems. I'm trying to figure out. I set my calendar down somewhere and I don't know where,
Oh no.
which is minorly irritating. It's what I've been looking for. Give me a second to see if I like put it downstairs or something, because I do kind of have a lot of shit written on that calendar. It is relatively important for me to have
You
it.
should make a copy of it real quick when you find it.
No, because it's a waste of paper.
Make a digital copy.
No, because it defeats the purpose of having a real copy.
Well, if you lose the physical one, then you'll have a backup online.
Anyways, I'm not seeing it immediately, which probably means I put it in my car because I've been working on it while at work. So that's unfortunate. I will just try my best to remember. What is today? I believe it is the 18th, right?
Not sure.
I don't remember.
That
If you're
sounds
thinking
vaguely
about
correct,
the,
but-
what was it, a full moon or
Well,
whatever?
we had alcohol stayed like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the 18th.
Yeah.
We'll say the 18th. If I need to retcon it next week, I will.
Mhm.
So night of the 18th. All right, I didn't have anything planned for that. that I can remember. So yeah, nothing real major happens. A rat tries to get into like your bag, and you just shoo it along so it doesn't eat your food.
I forced it into my lantern so I can have a spirit.
That's how that works. Totally,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. That's how you make a rare item, right, guys?
Yeah, you
Shove
shove
a
a
rat
rat
in
into like what, a 10 gold
10
piece,
gold.
whatever.
That rat must be worth some hefty change then.
It's a golden rat.
Golden rat, silver lungs, breathes ruby dust.
God, imagine if gem dragons, like breath weapons, were actually just gem particulate.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, that'd be brutal.
That'd
That
be
is
awful.
Oh,
Especially like the stronger ones.
Now I want there
Yeah.
to be a rust dragon that just breathes rust particles.
There used to be iron dragons
Ooh.
Yeah.
in older editions.
gem dragon breathes a fucking magic breath that turns you into a gem.
I mean, become Steven Universe.
No,
No,
wait.
it's just a
Hear me
fucking
out.
The true
SCP.
meaning of paying your weight in gold.
Hear me out. A magic dragon that breathes a polymorph cone.
Oh my god.
Polymorphs you
With a
into
random with a random table of what
thing.
you turn into.
Yes.
Oh man. All right. So yeah. Nothing happens on your shift. Pretty boring.
Mhm. I must go. My planet needs me. Face plants into water.
I guess I'll go next.
Sure.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception.
21.
21.
You look out. All is quiet. Nothing bad seems to happen.
Wake,
Other than the fact you get shivved, but you know.
wake Juggernaut and proceed to hide in bush or something if there's a bush or something.
The bush. If I'm not a bush, I'm not no one. All right, Juggernaut. Oh, perception. Look at that. You did it already. Yeah. Seemingly pretty quiet night. Nothing of interest. Nice and calm.
Yay.
You guys have your one shift of not actually having anyone really watch. You just have Juggernaut able to keep a vague eye out.
Okay, if someone's bad at stealth, I'll probably see him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're pretty hidden, so like, they might think they can get away with not hiding and just moving quietly.
Yeah, but Juggernaut's passive perception is also only 11.
This is also true.
The
All
image
right.
that just popped in myself of Juggernaut charging out of the water like a hippo.
It's like the fucking Moto meme. Like, you just see the eyes, and then he raises up, and it's just large.
Lord.
Oh, fuck. I love the Moto meme.
It's pretty good.
It's definitely, like, a top-tier meme. Anyways. So. Yeah, you guys wake up. No real issues. You got about half a day's travel left to get to the druid-esque area. And it's pretty simple travel. After about an hour and a half, you have to get off your boat and walk the rest of the way, unfortunately. The river does not go
Understandable.
through the grove.
How fucking dare.
But you did get a day and a half of being on the boat.
My boat. We'll get
Your
like
boat.
3 days of being on the boat once we leave the druid place.
Yeah!
It'd be great.
Yeah!
I think it'll be 3 days.
Roughly. Might be closer to 4, actually. No, yeah, about 3.
3.5.
3.5-ish, yep.
It depends if we want to stop on the road and walk down the road the way, or if we want to walk alongside them. We'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah, but yeah. You guys get to what you believe to be the Druid Grove. You see a couple Druid-like people just kind of walking around, Some of them are picking some berries. And they're generally just vibing.
Hmm.
They kind of like see
Hello.
you, give a light wave.
Is there like a clear like border that is the grove, or is it pretty open?
Really, it's pretty like kind of open. Like you're definitely in like more of a woodsy area, but there's not like anything that dictates like where this grove actually starts or stops.
May I come in?
It's actually a tabaxi that you see there, and they're like, yeah, you're already in, of course.
Oh,
We don't
sorry.
close ourselves. It's fine. We don't close ourselves off to people.
Look,
Everyone should be allowed to enjoy nature.
I agree. I know some druids very pedantic about where their grove is.
Not us.
Oh, fantastic.
Interesting.
Good to meet you. He'll offer a handout to the tabaxi.
The tabaxi will shake your hand back. A pleasure to meet you.
The woodland critter crub begins. The woodland critter crub. I'm like, okay, what questions did we have for these people again?
I don't remember.
Genuinely trying to remember what he told us to talk to
The,
the druids about.
We were sent here to figure out about the druid that works with the cult.
Yeah, you
Right.
guys know that there is the person that you indoctrined into your cult mentioned something about some kind of Azamar druid
Yeah.
working with the cult, so you guys are doing that. This is one of the 2 druid groves that were near-ish to Sarton.
All right. We have some questions about someone we think might be a druid currently working for some ne'er-do-wells. We don't know if you would know them, but we're just trying to gather information right now.
Yeah, okay. Got the description of them?
Yeah, have you ever met somebody that looks like her but on fire?
I just give a little
But
wave.
on fire. No, we probably would have put them out if we did. Usually being on fire is not a good thing.
I don't think it's literal. It might be literal. I'm not sure. However, yeah, no. If we could ask around, maybe, or somebody's heard of that person, might not be from your grove.
Might not. You're welcome to peek around. Just stay out of everyone's hut. Everyone likes their own privacy.
Weirdly enough, that does make sense. All right. I'll just waddle my way in.
Yeah.
So-
The exact same question of just, have you seen somebody that looks like her but on fire?
The notable thing when you're going through here is you actually don't stand out too much here, aside from, the creepy-ass scythe and being in armor. Everyone here seems to be a beast folk of some kind. There's tabaxi, lizard folk, a couple rabbit people like you. There's a minotaur.
Ooh.
Some furbolgs. They're not as heavily beast folk, but still a bit. There's shifters. Just a lot of general beast people. There's a couple owlin.
No Kenku.
No Kenku, but there are some Aarakocra.
Any Luxodons?
I see. They don't like those bird people.
Any elephant
Yeah,
boys?
they're cool too. Yeah, there's 1 or 2.
Okay. Now, I'm tempted to have my character go up to the Minotaur and ask to have some fisticuffs. I don't think druids are into that.
Depends on the druid, I guess.
Depends on the druid. Yeah, druids aren't like strictly pacifists or anything. They can have a
generally
lust
are,
for battle.
but also they like, the wild hierarchy of nature. So like, But no, Constantine's literally just going around asking people if they've ever met somebody that looks, ever met a druid that looks like Ameliel, but on fire.
Yeah, most of the answers you're getting is no. Good lord, how are they alive if they're on fire?
I don't know. Probably figurative. Maybe not. They might also just be the spawn of a fire god.
Very
A fire-related deity.
I don't know much about my own heritage, so I couldn't tell you.
They used
They
too much
just kinda, like-
conditioner and burned their roots.
They just kind of like shrug. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen anyone like that. Sorry, wish I could help more.
Hmm.
You
Follow
watch
question.
just like a lizard folk pick up a squirrel and eat it alive.
That makes sense. Alright, not a vegetarian circle.
Maybe the squirrel was made out of plants.
He's like,
You
finish
know-
your show. No, I assure you, that squirrel was 100% vegetarian.
I mean, I'm sure the squirrel was a vegetarian. So if we're using that logic,
Oh my god, a pangender muffin is live on Kick.
why is it telling you that again? I've been live for an hour.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Thank you, phone. Very cool.
Good job, phone. You tried.
It tried its darndest.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm guessing everyone gives the same answer.
Yeah. Seems as though no one here knows who you're talking about.
Well, that sucks.
It does indeed.
Whoever's standing next to me, and he just turns to whatever druid is nearest.
That would be one of the Owlins, I'm gonna say, for the fun of it.
Do you have any contact with the other druid circle to the northwest?
Ugh, no, not them.
Oh.
We tend to stay very far away from them. They have a relatively destructive nature.
Okay, that sounds like it might have definitely produced the druid we're looking for.
I don't know much about the druid you're looking for, but I mean, if you want to find them because they've done wrong, more than likely, yeah. Listen, they aren't bad people. They're just
Different.
never get behind the circle of wildfire. Why burn?
Well, actually, in crop rotation, sometimes it just goes full farmer mode, explaining why sometimes the burning is actually good for the soil.
Yeah, I disagree. We have better ways of keeping the soil going.
Yeah, probably. But in terms of nature, that would be the way. Also, you could just implement crop rotation instead, you know, like a smart person.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Blessed be the person.
No, just that they're cursed forever. Because you said something.
This tracks.
Weirdly enough, a druid that looks like they're on fire might in fact be from the Circle of Wildfire.
Circle of Wildfire, yes.
Just throwing that out there, everybody. They're probably from the other
What kind
one.
of fucking logic is that?
Add that to the notes that they're... likely from the northwest Wildfire Grove. I feel like that's a good way of noting that.
Not terrible, not terrible.
We got here around midday, right?
Midday, mid-travel day. Since you guys started traveling immediately in the morning, it's probably around 10:30ish in the morning right now. So it's you still got plenty of daylight left for doing other things.
Yeah, but not much for travel. We'd get like back to the river.
You
And
got
maybe
about a
start
half a
going,
day's
and
of
then-
travel.
Because we could just... Do we want to spend the night at Druid Town?
If they'll let us,
If
yeah.
they'll let, they have made it very clear their circle is open to visitors.
Visitors, yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind us sleeping it near the Druid Coven to make sure we're safe. Plus, I'm a bunny, so I fit in around here. Oh, actually, I have an important question. Are the Harangan here small or medium?
An excellent question.
Or are they
Flipping a
mix?
coin. There aren't too many here. There's only the one here.
Okay.
They are medium.
My god, you're tall.
Just kind of like walks on by and goes, "Thank you. I grew myself."
Can I keep him?
He kind of has more of a brown fur to him.
He's a jackrabbit. That's why he's so big.
Longer ears.
Oh, he's a Lapani. Okay.
Some a little like puffy mane almost. Very girlish, curvy figure. No,
Curvy figure, you say? No, just kidding.
I have been saying he this entire
that's
time.
why I said
Ken.
just
so
kidding.
you are revealing.
No, that's why I said just kidding.
Fabian, remember, he'll accept it one day.
One day. One day.
Never.
He admits he'll never accept it.
But yeah, no, yours aren't like super longer than yours, but they are a bit longer, and they don't stand up straight. They just kind of flop down. They're the floppity loppities.
The floppity loppity.
Like
So
a
it is Lapani.
dachshund's ears, just flop flop.
Sure, Kenneth. Because, bunnies never have floppy ears.
No, never.
Never.
So yeah, there he goes. I can't say I've seen too many of my kind around, really.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've met one since I left home, honestly.
Same as well. Where do you come from?
Chimuli, up in Cassia. Kasai? Cassia.
Sai.
Don't remember.
Sai is how you pronounce it. I wasn't sure if
Even
you
though
were
it's
pronouncing it
IA.
wrong on purpose. Yeah.
Even though it's IA.
Yes.
Pain. So the A is silent, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And it's a hard I.
Correct, idiot.
Yes, I'm from Chimuli from Kasai.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice. I actually have never been there before, but I hear it's nice up there. A little cold, but you know.
It is in fact colder up there. I don't know how I'm surviving wearing this hat, but for some reason, it's just still feels good.
That's good. That's good.
Where do you come from?
I come from Differ in the United Kingdom of Notria.
That's really far, isn't it?
It is very far.
Is that the top left? Where?
Yeah,
that is the top left.
Yeah. My God.
That is quite far.
You have traveled half the world at this point. What the hell, man?
I have. When I was young, I decided I wanted to leave home. Little earlier than most people do, and I wanted to do traveling. Traveled through the Indomban Empire and the Diocese for a good while. And then, at some point in time while in Ponarch, I was shown the ways of the Druid. Traveled a little longer as a Druid, and eventually stumbled around here.
Would like to note that if he came directly here from Differ, it would still be an 86-day travel of just a straight line. Dear God. Man is far from home.
Yep. And he did not do that. He said he traveled from Differ into the
I agree.
Indomban.
I'm saying, like, sending a message even, like, hey, messenger bird, is just not an option.
Yep. It's like, I'm not zoomed out enough so I can't go all the way, but that's 76. And then from here, providing he didn't, like, stop very long, that's about 100 days.
God damn.
Which he
But
probably did stop pretty frequently.
when you're just traveling, you don't have much of a reason to not stop and enjoy things. It's not
can
like he was
imagine.
dead set coming here with a goal.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I think about it, I guess I have not been traveling as long, so I guess it makes sense I haven't made it as far.
How long have you been traveling for?
A few months.
Oh, you've made it plenty far in a few months.
I suppose. Having my own boat helps. Even if it's
See,
little.
there you go.
No, things happened at home, and now I'm a paladin, and nothing else.
A
Says-
noble cause.
Yes, I spread the good word of Lord Azatel.
Dice.
Does he have any reason to know who Azatel is?
He actually does.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
think I've heard of him before. Freedom and all that, right?
Yes, exactly. Self-reliance is a little bit of that, but it's mainly following your heart and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, one can respect a goal like that.
Part of the reason I'm adventuring now is because, well, kind of need to do that to live out the oath.
Yeah,
You
there
could settle
go.
down, but you know. It
Yeah,
is-
I just wandered for a while, eventually found my way here, and I've enjoyed the druid life ever since.
You know, I do not find many who know of Lord Azatel. Where did you hear about him?
Oh, I heard of him in passing in the Diocese of Aurora.
Right, the religious capital. This does make sense.
Yes, they are quite big on any deities and celestial figures generally.
Hmm. Does this man seem like he wants to hear a sermon?
Not particularly. He doesn't seem like he'd be offended if you started, but he is less of a worshiper, more so have just heard of him.
Yeah, he is not necessarily interested.
Yeah, this is no
Just,
different
"Oh, that
than when
name
someone's
rings
like,
a
"Oh,
bell."
yes, I'm a follower of this deity." It's just, yeah, I know of the gods.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
that's why I'm
understand what
checking.
domain that one's from. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Does not seem particularly interested in hearing more about the good book.
Well, up in Shermanley, my family has a wonderful farm. If you're ever interested in visiting, I'm sure they'd be quite hospitable. We always like seeing more of our people adventuring around.
If I ever make it around that way, I'll have to stop in. What is your name, by the way?
Ah, I go by Constantine.
A fine name, that.
He'll like lean in so the rest of the party doesn't hear him. You can call me John, though. That's my first name.
Ah, I see, I see.
But
Shh, yeah, shh, shh, shh. Yes.
Constantine sounds better.
Definitely more of a
Totally.
mouthful.
Yeah, but it sounds more important.
Does.
And also, there's like 7,000 other people with that first name.
True.
Like, in a city. Not even in the world.
Well, last I checked, my family is still in Differ if you ever are in that area. Not that many people travel halfway across the world.
You know, it's not impossible I'll make my way up there one day. However, it's not in my plans currently. I will be entirely honest with you.
Well, if you're ever up that way, you just have to stop in at our orchard. It's very
Oh,
nice up there.
Orchard, that's lovely. Do you make ciders?
Last I was there, we hadn't planned on it. We mainly just did citrus fruits.
Oh. You know, when I hear orchard, I always think apple, but you're right. Yes, citrus fruit. Oh, lovely. Ooh, lemonade.
Yep,
Taps his, like,
orange,
fingers together.
lemons, limes.
But do you have kumquats?
When
those
I
are
was there, we
technically a
do
citrus?
not. I have no clue.
I might be wrong.
I'm googling it now.
Previously classified as forming the now historical genus Fortunella are placed within citrus. Ah,
Okay.
so they used to be considered. They are taxonomically disputed. But yeah, they look, their innards look very similar to an orange.
They
so, like,
do, yes. I'm looking at that now.
Yeah, I think they are largely still considered citruses. If not taxonomically, but like botanically, they are considered the same.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Look at me. Look at me knowing my fruits.
Let's go.
Crazy how
Okay.
the gay person knows fruit.
But yeah, we mainly did grapefruits there. They were our go-to.
Oh, yeah. Don't you... I've heard those can be quite astringent if you don't have them with something.
I always enjoyed them raw, but not everyone does.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps I'll try one if I can ever find one. I don't think I've ever had a grapefruit before.
They are rather hard to find, it seems, unless you are in a town with an orchard of some kind that does them.
I mean, that makes sense. Fruits don't like to travel very far.
Yeah. Man, I would kill for a grapefruit. I haven't had one in... Oof, it's been
Would you,
close
you
to
say?
4 years.
Well, have I got a deal for you? I mean, I guess if somebody knew create food and drink, they could just make grapefruit. I don't have that, though. 'Cause it's a higher level spell.
It sure
Is it
is.
a third level spell, I think?
Great food and drink is in fact 3rd level.
Yeah, so I'll basically never have it. Until the end of the
Clerics,
game.
I think paladins
Yeah, it's just
and bards.
oh yeah, I guess I will have it then once I go bar. Oh yeah. Well, no, it really depends on how many levels they put into each class. It really depends.
I think bards
I'll
get
get-
it anyways.
I
Check.
think they do. It's not a big deal.
Create food and water. Now I'm curious though. I have to satiate my curiosity.
This is fair.
No, artificers, cleric, and paladins get it. Bards do
Oh,
not.
Juggernaut will get it eventually.
Yeah, Juggernaut can
Because
eventually
he's
get
not
it.
multi-classing throughout. He's not like horribly multi-classing, delaying his 3rd level casting.
45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
I love that it's and. It's not 45 or
Yup.
30 gallon. It's both. Like, Jesus.
On the ground or in containers. It's nice that it makes the containers too.
No, or in containers within range.
Oh, within range. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you need containers available to put it in, or else it just goes on the floor.
Which is enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and does not go bad.
This is why you pair it with prestidigitation, because you can add flavor to food.
Mm-hmm.
And you just don't prestidigitate the food of anybody you don't like, so they have to
I
be
should
bland food.
stop flipping coins. I have dropped 6 of them today already.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's like $1.50 of quarters on my floor by my chair right now. Alright, but yeah. Well, I hope you have yourself a nice day. I have a few more things I have to go take care of today.
You as well. I have no clue how I'm going to waste my time.
As he leaves, Amaliel will lean over to Constantine and be like, "Are all of your people farmers of sorts?"
You know, it wouldn't surprise me.
I
Do
see.
I have to make a check to know if that's a common profession of my people?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature history, your choice.
I think they're the same for me. Yeah, they're the same for me. I'll do nature because it thematically makes sense to me. There you go.
They definitely seem to lean more towards it. Less so because, like, they're any better at it, and more so just, like, for the most part.
We're descended from the Fae.
Yeah, you're
We
descended
kinda like
from
nature.
Fae, so it's like, nature's kind of fine, fam. I'm a fan.
I would say it's not that we're predisposed, we enjoy it more, typically.
I see.
We have not as much as the elves, but we do technically originate from the Feywilds.
Okay. It's just
We
out
weren't
of the
technically
two,
Fey, we were just humanoids within the Fey. It's complicated.
out of the two of you that I've met lately, you'd seem to be farmers, so that's why I was asking.
Well, you see, that's what we call a small sample bias. Like when you have 2 crops that come out good, and the rest of the field is awful, but you only look at those 2 good crops, and you're like, oh yes, we did a good job. Really.
Well, I mean, I've met others of your kind that were also farmers before.
You just said out of the 2 I met.
Recently. Lately.
Okay.
I call bullshit. Where the hell did you meet more of my kind?
I've traveled around.
The brothel.
You know what? Fair.
I have actually already made in one of the cities, I'm not telling you which one, but in one of the cities it is owned by the rabbit folk, and the name of the place is Going At It Like Rabbits.
Good. I approve.
That's amazing.
I definitely will visit there. I mean, what?
Gotta find it first.
Well, anyway, I don't really have much else to pass the time in, so I'll set up my alms box, and just anyone who wants to hear a sermon and make a donation, I'll give them a sermon. That's what I'll do with my spare time today.
Unfortunately, none of them seem to be interested. A bunch of people seem to be really busy. They're like clearing out spots, moving bushes around, and they're like trying to almost make like a small clearing so they can see the sky more.
Is there an event going on?
Yes, tonight there is a meteor shower.
Wait, didn't we see one the other night? Is there another one?
Wait, shit, if you saw one the other night, then it is not the 18th.
We did see
Yeah,
one the
might
other
be.
night.
Yeah, we
Then
did.
it is the 19th then. Okay. So there is not one tonight then.
Tragic.
Because I remember I had the 18th being a meteor shower.
Okay, then yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
either the day. It was either the day or the other before. It was either
Yeah,
one
so
or two
today would have to be the 19th then.
nights. Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the 20th, but I can't remember if it was one or
No,
two
it's
nights
the
ago.
19th. It's the 19th.
Okay, we figured
I
it
remember now. I remember now because I was trying to like math out when you guys would meet up with
out.
Yule again. Yeah. Okay. It is the 19th then. Awesome.
Well, I assume they're seemingly less busy then.
Yes, they are seemingly less busy. Let me re-roll that now. Numbers will be different. It seems most of them aren't entirely interested to hear about it. None of them are willing to make donations. Half
Weirdly
the
enough,
reason
druids
being that they
tend to
don't
a
have
lot of money.
coin. Yeah.
They technically don't need to donate money.
I mean, if you start talking, a few of them might stand around, but aside from putting a twig or something in the box, they don't really seem
could give me
keen
a
on putting
good
anything
berry.
in there.
You could donate
It's
good berry.
past breakfast time. Everyone's already had a good berry. Not too many left over. They're conservative. They're
Yeah,
druids.
if anybody poses interest, he'll give a sermon anyway. Like he'll just
Yeah, I
talk
mean,
about
a
it,
few
I guess.
people will stop by and listen to what you have to say.
Weirdly enough, freedom, following the skies, and all that shit. I feel like druids kind of resonate with that.
Yep, a little bit.
A little bit. They're not. Most of them probably don't care about religion. However, it probably at least speaks to them spiritually.
Yeah. Some
he's
of
doing
them
that 'cause
ask
he's-
like a couple simple questions, like, "Oh man, where did this originate from?" Yada yada. Why the river a stick?
Oh, he takes care of souls when they've lived their life, but he wants people to live life to the fullest beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, just a couple simple questions. Nothing
Yeah.
major.
That is his official answer to why Azatel rules the
Yeah.
river Styx, but also freedom and adventure. Like, Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll take you to your final destination, but he wants you to see the world first.
Juggernaut and Emilio, is there anything you guys want to do for downtime?
I got nothing.
Not really.
Alright.
You don't want to go fight the Minotaur?
I mean, I guess I'll ask him if he's interested.
You don't want to open with a surprise attack?
No. I'll go find the Minotaur and be like, and ask him if he's interested in a quick little sparring session.
You kind of walk up to him and he looks down to you and he's like, I suppose I'm not very busy right now. I could. I'm not very adept at hand-to-hand combat is the thing. I'm more of a spell slinger myself. I don't even do too much with my wild shaping.
I mean, do you know?
At least not for combat.
Minotaurs are naturally proficient.
I know.
If you aren't that versed in hand-to-hand combat, do you know anyone who is? I'm just looking for someone to help me with some training. That's all.
Around here, not really. Most of us stay away from any form of altercations if we can. And most of the time, if we do get in altercations, we usually use spells to get out of it.
Ah, I see. I mean, the main reason is that my goal is to beat someone who is around your size, but I don't have the physical strength to, so I just need practice with bigger creatures.
Well, you could always try punching a tree until it moves.
Do they move often?
Immediately punches a tree in.
Do they?
That would be so mean to do. I love that idea.
She will ask, do trees move often?
I mean, not on their own, but if you hit them hard enough, they could.
Where's the nearest tree?
You're in a forest.
I'd go up to the nearest tree and just start punching it.
Alright. You break your hand on a tree for a little while.
That is a real thing monks do.
Yeah, if anything, it'll
Yep.
just toughen up my fists.
Yep. But, alas, to no avail. You are not able to move a tree by punching it.
Blasphemy.
She will do that for a while and then return to the group looking a little dejected.
Juggernaut, is there anything you want to do in free time?
No, he's just going to be watching the crowd.
Alright, most of the time the crowd watches back, just so you're aware.
You are a metal man
Very much.
wearing metal. It does make sense for druids to be a little
They don't
curious
seem to
and or
really-
concerned.
Yeah, they don't seem to really care too much that you guys are, like, wearing metal or anything.
Mhm.
Like,
But it is still a very standard of metal man wearing metal. It's a little bit abnormal.
yeah. Alrighty then. Well, you guys just kind of pass your time, however, until it's nighttime and time to make rest. Since you are in the Druid's Grove, you do not need to take a watch if you don't want to. Unless you don't trust the Druids.
You know what? I trust the druids, but I'll take a watch anyway because I like people watching.
Fair enough.
I guess I'll do the same. People are interesting.
People watching fun.
Yes.
While you're out and about, you don't like notice anything super weird during like a watch. You do notice it does seem there is, you'd say probably about a quarter of this druid grove either doesn't sleep or are more active at night.
That's fair. I understand the nocturnal vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely
Looks to the
enough.
fact that it's 1 a.m. for me right now.
It's only 11 here. It's
Yeah.
not as late for me. But yes.
But yeah. And then morning comes, nothing of interest has happened. I assume you guys gather up your things and get ready to head to the river.
Indeed.
Yep.
Yes.
I need to turn my.
I'll see if I can find Rabbitman and just tell them to let me know if they hear anything about this druid. If he could send like a bird message or whatever. I'm sure druids can do
I
that.
can. Yeah, I can send a message along over to you. Where are you gonna be at if you need to know?
He'll pull out the map and like show the part on the mountain that we're heading
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
Should be
All
there
right.
in 5 or 6 days, I would have to guess, given climbing.
Excellent. Well, I'll be sure to send a messenger along that way if I hear anything.
Thank you, kind. Was good seeing another Harengan.
Same.
Now we're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful wizard of
Wonderful
Oz.
Wizard of Dick.
Oh no. I don't want to know what his Eldritch Blast looks like.
A blinding white stream comes at your face.
Well, it makes me even more concerned about my circlet of blinding then. Why is it so white? Yeah, let's head to the river and the boat.
And boat.
Boat.
Bolt.
So yeah, you guys spend a half a day traveling back to the river, and then get on the boat and spend another half a day traveling down the river.
I think that should just about get us to the river bend, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ooh, that was a juicy pimple I just popped.
Gross.
You're welcome. I know you wanted to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So yeah, you guys get to the river bend, and I assume you hop off.
Yeah, no reason to strain ourselves. We are not currently under a time crunch too much.
Yeah.
All right. You
Only
make
crunch
camp.
we got is don't be outside on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a few days before then. We'll get into a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 27th is the comet.
But I want to get blinded by Haley's comet.
But I want my powers to be enhanced by Sozin's comment. I mean, wait, what?
Yeah,
Which
it'll
is
definitely
your
enhance your
firebender?
powers. Go ahead, stay. You should stay outside during it. I'll have fun.
But yeah. I guess I'll do first watch again.
All right.
I'll do
I'm
can't.
so psyched.
Yeah, you kind of start looking around and you get distracted. You start thinking about home a little bit.
Yeah.
Meeting the rabbit folk really brought up some memories, so you just kind of drift off into thought a bit.
I wonder how the crops are doing.
It's usually getting a little colder this time of year. I wondered if they remembered to harvest everything.
Probably not. Jerry's really bad at his job.
Fucking Jerry, man.
Fucking Jerry.
And then you wake Amelia up for her watch and
Slap. Wake
head
up.
to bed.
Oh, what? Huh?
Watch. Alright, good night. Puts on cloak, falls in water.
I mean, well, you take a look around and nothing of interest seems to be happening. You spot a deer that just kind of like gets a little close, but seems more curious than anything malicious, and hears a noise and runs off. And then you get Juggernaut up for his shift.
I'd find bush, collapsing bush.
I'm not a bush. I'm not no one. And then Juggernaut, you kind of look out and nothing major seems to be going on. Very quiet, peaceful. And as you get up, as everyone gets up for the next day, as seemingly nothing happens on the off shift, you guys will notice some very dark clouds starting to come in. So, appears there may be a storm happening today of some kind, or at the very least some rain.
Ah, right, so feel like it's on the sea. Fantastic.
Is that good? Is it good?
No. That's the joke.
I've never been on the ocean before.
Okay, what do you think storm clouds do when you're in a boat?
Make the waters rougher?
Yes, and fill the boat with water.
Mm.
You're on bucket duty.
Hands them a bucket.
Hands them the spare helmet I don't wear.
Thank you, dyslexia and/or brain being dumb. Very cool.
Hmm.
I look down, and right now I have like the movement rules open on the PHB, and I have moving around other creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my brain read that as moving around otter creatures.
In fairness, advanced otter mechanics are difficult.
So yeah, it does start to rain, and about halfway through your
Bucket.
travels, I want everyone. Actually, hold on. What is everyone's passive again? I should really just write that down.
You should. I believe mine's 11.
I think mine...
11.
I have 14.
11, 14. 11, 14. Sorry, I just want to write that down real quick so I don't have to ask again. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll still end up asking again.
Of course.
How dare.
How would you ever remember that you wrote it down?
14. So, honestly, this probably wouldn't even need like a passive perception. I just think everyone would notice this. Like even if it was, it would be like a 7 passive perception.
As long as you don't have a negative.
Yeah, like, you guys notice a bit behind you, a tornado begins to form.
Oh.
Huh. You know, it's a good thing we're not using wind propulsion.
Yeah?
How far away is the tornado forming?
Not very far.
Huh.
Probably 400 or 500 feet away.
Oh.
Real close.
Ties rope to fucking Juggernaut. I don't think it's lifting you.
Notably, it is not a very big, like, massive tornado, but it is still a tornado.
Yeah. It's still not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm tying a rope to Juggernaut. I'm looping it through my belt. And then I'm looking at Ameliel and seeing if she has the same thought, or if I'm gonna leave her out of this rope mess.
No, she'll have the same thought.
Yeah.
Are heading southwest, and now I am going to roll to randomly determine which direction this tornado is going to
If
travel.
we go down together.
Notably, once we get it through her belt, I'll then tie it to the ship. So we have everything connected.
All the weight.
If we go down, we go down together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Notably, it does appear that the tornado is moving more northwest.
Okay.
And you guys are traveling at southwest, so
it's traveling perpendicular to us.
yeah. Doesn't seem like it'll collide with you guys, so you just have some rougher winds and rain for a little while before eventually it kind of calms down a little bit. Still raining a good amount, but it's not as chaotic winds, and eventually you see the tornado, it either dissipates or just gets out of view. Hard telling which.
Bucket.
Bucket.
Yeah, you keep it bucketed, keep the boat empty so you know you don't fucking sink.
Wow, I'm on bucket duty in this game and Sea of Thieves.
It's what you're good at, Kenneth.
It's all you're good at, Kenneth.
In fairness, the boat sinking isn't the worst thing because I can fold it up and
Yeah,
take it out
yeah.
of the water. It's just, it saves time not having that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys end your day of travel. This has been what, the day 1.5 now of travel?
Yeah, from the druid.
Now, I say we turn the boat upside down and do the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, so all of us sleep in the water.
So we're like on the edge of these two hexes, essentially.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
This way I can keep it marked. About 4.5 days more of traveling.
I wish you could make that like slightly transparent.
Yeah. Oh well.
I get why not, but like, ugh.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, and we'll do another night shift. Go ahead and roll perception in the order you guys would be taking watches.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully, if anything happens, it's on my shift.
Are we still waiting for Juggernaut's perception, or is that one? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, okay. All right. So, you guys are fucking blind tonight. See
I'm
if
not.
anything happens. Yeah, you're not.
Heavy
The
rain.
other two. Yeah, heavy rain kind of starts to. It's you're in the summer-esque area, so the heat kind of makes everything fog up some. So a little foggy.
Bad weather means Constantine's in his element.
Yeah. And we are on day 21, I believe, right? Yeah, day 21. So much harder to keep track without my physical fucking paper. Where the fuck did I put that thing?
Oh, you what?
Probably. But yeah. Constantine, actually, this would happen on your shift based on what
Let's
I
go.
rolled. You will see someone kind of stumbling your way. You can't make out what race they are or anything. You just see like a humanoid silhouette kind of stumbling toward your camp.
Does it look like a drunken stumble? Like, what's the...
An injured stumble.
Oh. I'll pull up my lantern and, shine it, like, not directly at them, so I'm not blinding them, but, like, in their direction so I can see. Because that would be 120 of dim light.
120
Total.
of dim light. Fuck, I forgot how good hooded lanterns are.
Bullseye.
Bullseye, I mean, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
I meant to say bullseye. I just said
60
hooded.
bright, 60 dim.
Yeah. You would know this to be a drow stumbling toward you.
Ooh.
You see, it looks like a lot of their hair has been pulled out, and he has a pretty hefty gash on his left shoulder. He's kind of like clutching at it with his right arm. He's kind of like stumbling. He has a limp on his right side.
He'll do like just a whistle to like wake everyone up, and then he'll start, kind of jogging in the guy's direction to meet him.
Malio
Yeah.
will follow after getting out of bush.
Same.
Yeah.
After coming out of the water.
You all come out of your hiding spots and run over to him.
Are you okay,
Yeah,
sir?
He starts speaking in a language that I'm assuming most of you don't understand. Any of you know Undercommon?
No.
So yeah, it sounds very familiar, but like it doesn't quite make sense. It seems to be a variation of Common.
Isn't Undercommon based on Elvish?
I don't fucking know. I'm just running with it. Not anymore.
Sure. Fair enough. Like, he'll, do you speak Infernal? And then if he doesn't get an immediate response, he'll go, or Abyssal, in the appropriate language.
Yeah, in the appropriate language. He doesn't seem to know anything.
I try Celestial and Elvish.
Oh, he is a drow. He would know Elvish.
He would know Elvish.
Yeah, he will respond in Elvish and go, "Please help. This really hurts."
I will reach out and use D's as my hands start to glow.
D's.
I reach out to touch him.
Okay, you touch him and you let him regain what, 4 hit points
Yeah,
or something? Yeah.
it's not nothing.
Yeah, it's
How
not
injured
nothing.
does he still look?
Very injured. This is beyond like simple HP damage. This is like
Yeah.
proper injuries.
How heavy does he look?
He's not super tall, but not short. You'd guesstimate around 180 pounds. He's not wearing any armor or anything, and he just has like a simple dagger.
He's
Like,
not
he's
like,
not-
skinny or anything. Like he'd have to be pretty beefy to be 180, wouldn't he?
Not super, because he's not like super short, but he's not super tall. He's got like a fair bit of muscle to him. Like,
Okay, he's fair. He's fairly toned.
yeah. He's not like jacked, but he's
He
by
looks
no
like a
means
working
scrawny.
man. He looks like
Yeah.
a working man.
Yeah, he's worked the fields a time or two. He knows how to lift a hay bale.
I wonder if I could relate to. I don't know if that's within my weight limit. Because actually, most of my equipment's probably sitting in camp because I'm probably not carrying all of my rations and everything in my backpack while I'm doing watch. So actually, yeah, because my weight limit would be 225. So I probably have.
I'd say you could probably carry him.
Yeah, be like at my limit because I'm wearing my
Yeah,
armor. But...
you aren't trying to figure out how much you can carry over the entire day. You're just trying to carry him to camp real quick. I'd say you can easily do
I'll
that.
make a motion to make it clear I'm like willing to carry him.
He will accept as he is having a hard time walking.
I translate.
He'll do like the proper like fireman carry.
I translate anything
like,
we say into Elvish for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you ask him where he came from and why he's injured?
I will go ahead and do so.
He responds with, "I came from the Underdark, and the mistress got angry with me."
Mistress who?
We aren't allowed to use her real name.
Can I roll
Assuming this is
something?
being did you translate this in
Yes,
real time?
I did.
Can you ask him if he means mistress as wife or mistress as, like, owner/boss?
I will repeat the question.
The matriarch.
What matriarch? Can I roll something to see if I know what he's talking about?
Yep.
Would it debatably be a religion?
Yeah, it'd be either a religion or a history.
I'll also roll to see what I know.
Yeah, I'd say that does it. You guys would know there are a lot of the drow from that, like, still live in the Underdark. A lot of the times they have a female that rules, and a lot of times there will be very few females in, like, a kind of clutch or village.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much queen bee tactics.
Gaslight girl, keep gate pass.
I killed a man because girl power? No, just kidding.
Give us an excuse to be rid of you.
Hold on now, we got a little to consider here.
No. Yeah, I'll get him to camp. I'll, like... I don't really have a nice place for him to sleep, because I just use my own blanket to sleep on.
Put him in the... Make the boat on a land boat and put him in boat?
That'd be more uncomfortable than soft ground.
Yeah.
Once the boat has a cabin, we can consider this. Land boat will be a thing. I guess I'll give him my blanket for now. Like, I'll lay him on that. Well, how did he upset the matriarch? I feel like that's important.
Sure, I have candy in my mouth. 1 second.
Is valid.
It's good candy. It is unfortunately my last one. Right, I forgot I have that much alcohol in that drink. Jesus Christ. I like haven't taken a drink from it for a while, and I took a sip and remembered I have like 3 shots of rum in that
Oh
thing.
God.
That's a lot.
It is. I
That is
I wasn't paying
substantial.
attention when I was pouring. Anyways,
Gotta love the accidental drunk.
not even drunk because I'm barely drinking it because there's too much fucking alcohol in it.
The accidental drunk.
But anyways, yeah. He goes, she didn't like how I followed her orders.
What were those orders?
Kind of like looks up to you. I was
Yeah.
supposed to escort prisoners, and one of them managed to escape.
Ah, I see.
Now, important question. Do we mean they escaped or they escaped? And he does the air quotes around escaped.
They escaped. I was not trying to let them go.
Now, that's not very nice to carry prisoners.
He like keeps clutching at the gash on his shoulder. He is losing a significant amount of blood.
Even with the healing, like he's still bleeding out.
Yeah, like I said, this is like beyond just HP. HP is like minor scrapes and cuts for like combat fatigue and things like that. This is like you can probably see parts of his shoulder bone.
I will take some. What do I?
I can give him a bigger burst of healing before we go to bed. I'm trying to suss out if I should heal him.
How much do you care about your arm?
I kind of like my arm.
Okay.
Man, I'd love to give this man a sermon about how people should be free. However, I don't think you'll... The real-time translation, I think, loses something.
I don't know what. I can't do much to help this man's.
Yeah, other than me burning a lot more healing to actually, like, fix him up. Because I assume enough healing would at least stop him from actively
Yeah,
dying.
it would fix him up to the point where he's not in threat of bleeding out more than likely.
Now, hear me out. If we save him, we can adopt him.
Do like adopting people.
And then we have someone else for the boat.
Ask him where the Underdark entrance is.
Where is
Because
the
this is
entrance?
fresh.
Where is the entrance to the Underdark?
Jesus.
Pulls out map. You are here.
He goes, I don't actually know. I, in a panic, used a scroll of teleportation to get out. This is where it spat me out.
Ah.
Valid. Very valid. Fine. How many hit points would I have to pour into this man to
You can roll a
stabilize him?
medicine to see if you can figure that out.
Can I assist with
Fantastic.
that?
You can, yes.
Okay.
You have a vaguely similar ability. I'm sure you could help me
Yeah.
gauge this.
Yeah, 13.
13?
In order to make it so he's not bleeding out anymore, probably about 20.
Is that including the 4 Kenneth already gave?
Yeah. That's me being
Damn.
generous.
Yeah. Well, fine. I'll
Because
slap
I,
the
I
15.
honestly would say it would need to be like a half of his hit point max,
Yeah,
and
I'll give him the
24 is
15.
not half of his hit point
No.
max.
I'll give him the 15, and he probably still needs a little bit more, right?
Yes.
I could give him a potion of healing.
No, we didn't waste any resources today.
Oh
I've
no,
got-
I'm sorry. I thought when you said including Kenneth's, I thought you meant is that how much more he needs including Kenneth's?
Okay.
Not including Kenneth's. He needs like 25 hit points worth of healing.
Yeah, look at that injection. See, I gave him
Let's
15,
go.
so that'd be 25.
Yeah, that'd be 25. I'd say that's
Woo!
enough. I was trying to think about half of his hit points, which would be 36, but that's a little excessive.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
so
just slap at his wound a little bit to make it feel better, and then Juggernaut just comes in.
and just
Straight-
sticks him in the
Stabs with a
neck.
needle.
The bleeding definitely stops. He can kind of catch his breath a little better now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He kind of like sits up a little more now.
Well, this is weird.
Awkward.
Well, is it appropriate to offer a handshake? I don't know what drow etiquette is.
Are you asking me as the DM, asking a party member, or asking
He was saying
him?
that out loud to get translated.
Yeah,
and then
Okay.
I'm just translating everything said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is a handshake appropriate?
If that's what you would like, it can be. For the most part, we actually don't greet each other. We just bow to the matriarch usually.
Well, he'll offer a hand.
He will shake the hand back.
Name's Constantine.
Yeah, I should have grabbed an elf name.
Probably
That would have made sense.
I mean, we might have just killed this man.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think that far ahead. Right? Like, I didn't expect you guys to just kill him. I did kind of expect you guys to help him. I just, the neuron didn't light up that said, hey, you should probably make sure he has a name.
People don't need names.
So, I am Qatar.
Interesting name.
Pleasure to meet you. Do you have any plans now that you're not in the Underdark anymore?
Kind of like looks to the gash on his shoulder that stopped bleeding. Well, probably fix this up.
I meant after that. Are you gonna go back?
I don't know. Underdark's all I've really known. I really don't like being on the surface too much. The sun is way too bright.
Looks at my body. Because I glow radiant sometimes.
Yeah.
Looks up at his circlet.
We are not the right party for this, man.
Hey, hang on a second. I have a scythe made of shadow. I feel like I might be
Yeah, he feels right
relatively-
at home with that.
Well, we are unfortunately heading away from town currently. We are heading to caves, probably. So you might want to head there with us. I don't think my boat can fit a fourth person, though.
I'm not really sure. It's kind of a rough spot I've been put in. If I go back, I'll just be killed.
If you stick with us, you might find something you want to do. Or somewhere you want to go.
I assume it's general knowledge. How persecuted are drow in this world compared to Faerun?
Not really much. For the most part, unless the individual is racist, there aren't there isn't any one race that's particularly hated. unless it is like an actual devil. Like, people don't care about tieflings, but yeah, if an imp walks in somewhere, then they're gonna be like, hey, that's a devil. What the fuck? So, like, for the most part, you've seen drow around. They don't seem to be, like, immediately hated or anything.
Not
you haven't
knowing
seen-
common would definitely be a problem to a degree,
Yes. Knowing Elvish can help a lot, though, because there are plenty of people who know Elvish.
though. Well, as you can see, there is a town that way if you want to make it on your own. Otherwise, we're going here if you'd like to follow, as you're not alone in the wild.
That would probably be smarter, I think.
Do you have any proficiency hunting or fishing?
No. As I look at the sheet.
Do you have... what can you do? Can you use magic?
Most drow have a small innate ability for magic, yes.
Or do you perhaps need a weapon?
I have this dagger, which isn't much, but I am capable of using it.
My concern was food. We don't exactly have multiple weeks to feed an extra person.
That much is true.
I can do a little bit of light hunting, but I'm not amazing at it.
Just put Juggernaut in the water to grab fish.
You know, maybe.
Well, hunting tactics. Hide in
Unfortunately,
the
a
water
lot
until
of...
a deer comes to drink water.
Good luck catching them even then. Have you seen how quick some deer move?
I mean, they don't need he doesn't need to move if he can shoot it from under the water.
Yeah.
True.
Incendiary cannon.
But, yeah,
Fireball flies out.
you guys, unfortunately, a lot of my survival skills are a little more attuned to Underdark survival. I'm good at foraging for mushrooms and things like that, but I don't think there's too many around here. No, you guys are out of the forest. You guys are on more of a plains now.
Sorry, my bad.
When we get to the mountains, he might be able to find some food. His
Yeah,
caves and stuff.
but yeah,
His choice. He can either head to town, knowing that Elvish is probably his best bet to communicate, or he could come with us.
what
We will leave
would
it up to
he
him.
do?
Where Elvish is still his best bet to communicate.
See, I didn't think this far ahead either. I should really think further ahead with these random encounters.
You know, there's a non-zero chance that maybe thinking ahead is good.
There's no evidence to back this up. I'll try to stick along with you guys until we get to the cave, see if I can get a little more of a bearing there. If that's alright with you guys.
I'm now glad I bought spare food.
I also
Probably
bought some
mark off
spare
the food for the days that we've been traveling.
Yes, you should.
How many days has that been?
3.
Okay.
How long can you go without eating?
It's like actually a while.
Isn't it 1 plus your con score?
Yeah, no, it's a number of days equal to 3 plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah, sorry, I meant modifier, not score. I said the wrong one.
Yeah, it's 3 plus your con. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm double checking right now, but I'm pretty sure.
If that's the case, I can go 3 days without food.
If that's the case, I can go fucking 6 days without food.
That's like you in real life.
I never need to eat.
Yeah, Juggernaut still doesn't need to eat. He's fine.
But going 6 days without food is like you in real life, Muffin.
That's not true. It's 3 days.
A character needs 1 pound of food per day and can make food last longer by subsisting on half rations. Eating half a pound of food in a day counts as half a day's without food. A character can go without food for a number of days equal to 3 plus his or her constitution modifier minimum of 1.
Yeah, and then it resets when you eat food once, right?
A normal day of eating resets the count of days without food to 0. Yes.
Okay, okay. You know what? I have.
Wait. Okay. So hold on. That means rations aren't per day, because rations are 2 pounds. One ration lasts 2 days. Because
Oh,
you need a
that's so
pound of
weird.
food.
The fuck?
Huh.
Man,
I'll
5e
be
is so
damned.
poorly written.
5e is whack. So yeah, that means every one ration that you guys have lasts 2 days.
Okay.
And I
Jeez.
after I mark off the one, so I would have 19.5 rations.
Yep.
So we might be able to feed an extra person. Depends on what
Yeah,
his
I
con
guess.
score is.
His con score is 14, so he can go 5 days without food.
Yeah, we can
Fantastic.
feed him no problem then.
But yeah, according to these rules, you can also go with half a pound of food and only lose a half a day.
Yeah, we can feed an
So,
extra.
like-
It's better to just go the full distance and then eat one to reset the clock. for
Yeah,
it.
it is. Yes, but yeah, that's.
Can I retcon of saying that I did
So
that?
sorry.
like,
No,
3
hang on,
days?
Faven. Hang on. You can eat half a ration to reset the clock.
Yeah, because you can eat half a pound of food to make it so you only lose half a day of not eating.
Yeah, but you can eat a pound of food, which is half a ration, to reset the
To
clock.
reset it entirely. Wow, 5e is trash.
So can I
This is
just
why no one cares about survival.
can I just say every 3 days I eat one ration?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
literally what you can do.
Cool. So
Yep.
I have 9. Yeah. Yeah, so I have 19.
I mean, you got to keep in mind from a role-playing standpoint as well. Like, if you want to just go numbers, yes, you can do
Yeah.
that. But keep in mind from a gameplay standpoint, you
That
ever
is when
gone
you're
2 days
starving
without
the whole time.
even?
Well,
Without
It's
eating.
not fun.
Amaliel has probably gotten used to that, being a monk and, being used to not having much of anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say my guy's definitely not gonna go the full 6 days without a
Yeah.
thing of food, but he'll probably eat every 3
Yeah.
until rations start getting low.
Yeah.
So it's been how many days? 3. It has been. 3
It's
days.
been 3 days, so yeah.
All right, he'll eat his first half. He'll split his ration with the guy.
Well, thank you. Very kind of you. Because, yeah, Amelia, you had 20 days worth of rations on you, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually 40.
It's actually 40.
And I only eat one every 3 days.
That makes 5 silver a steal.
Yeah, jeez.
I always thought it seemed a little overpriced. Now that makes sense. It's actually about 2.5 silver for a day's worth of food,
That makes sense.
which is way more reasonable for dried meats and nuts.
Yeah. 5e weird. 5e
You learn
Surprise,
something
drow's allergic
new
to normal
every
cow.
day.
Hunting makes this a lot better if you can get, like, a big deer.
Yeah. Well, the issue then is if you don't have the right things on you to properly,
Yeah,
like,
it's food
dry
for the
out the
night
food.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that food will spoil if you can't cure it properly.
You need smoke, baby.
Smoke and usually salt helps.
Or just
Not
cure
that's for
food,
curing.
or just cure food and water, or whatever that is. The one that
Purify.
purify, yeah.
Which I
That
mean,
doesn't make it rations though.
It does,
Yeah,
but it
no.
makes it
Removes poison.
unspoiled, right?
yeah, no, it makes it perfectly edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Ah,
removes disease and poison.
Yeah.
It probably won't taste good, but
No.
it does.
In
remove
reality, that
disease and
probably
poison.
shouldn't work on rotted food.
Nope, that's its entire purpose, is
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
fix rotted food.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why it removes disease.
Rotted
it doesn't
food
make
and
it
water.
nice. It doesn't make it nice.
It's
Yeah,
still
it
gonna
just
taste
makes
like
it so it
rotted
won't
food.
kill you.
It makes it
but-
so you can eat it to receive the nourishment that does still exist and not die of dysentery.
Yeah.
Or get parasites in any of that shit.
Yeah, you can either cure the meat with salt or you can smoke the meat to make it last.
Yeah.
Because it removes the hydration, which is where the bacteria live.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, so I'll split my ration with the dude.
He is very thankful. Nom 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 beef jerky.
Nom 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 nom.
And then I remember that I mail a bottle of him, like, alright, you're covering the rest of his meals.
Okay, got it.
So yes, you guys have a drow with you who has a dagir.
A dagger.
Does anyone have any extra weapons that might be helpful for him?
I used to have a firebrand.
Flame tongue. Thank
Same
you.
difference.
No, Frostbrand is the frost one. Flame tongue is the fire one.
Just for that, when he upgrades my scythe, I'm gonna call it a flame brand.
You can call it whatever you want when it's yours.
Anyway, I'll snuff my lantern so it's not wasting oil.
Fair enough. A wise idea.
I assume you can see in the dark just fine.
He kind of like looks at you. I'm pretty sure I can probably see in the dark better than you.
Excellent.
I'm sure as shit he can see in the dark better than me.
I just had to make
Past
sure.
10 feet.
Funnily enough, when you live your whole life in the underground, you tend to get good at seeing things in the dark.
Gasp.
Guess.
Well, anyway, I'll go take my night in the fucking water now that my watch is over.
Yep.
Now we have...
Nothing else interesting happens that night.
Me and Juggernaut just both like, I must go. My planet needs me.
And now we have a
Enters
fourth
water.
person for watch.
That's true.
True, he will take a watch.
Plot
What
twist,
a-
that's the only reason Joey had him show up.
He's just there to do midnight watch so we don't fucking die.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So you all wake up in the morning feeling refreshed. It's a relatively sunny day, a nice simple breeze. And so I guess the question is, you guys don't have enough room in that boat to fit another creature, so are you going to start going by foot, or are you going to make him walk?
How fast does the boat go?
Not much faster than walking, really.
Okay, I'll
We
just
could-
walk
we
under
could
the
s-
boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can tie Juggernaut to the boat and he can just walk along.
Yeah, like,
And all of you can sit in the boat.
That way, if we get ambushed, we just have someone attack from
Have
below.
surprise Juggernaut.
it's like the scene from How to Train Your Dragon. He has like the two elder dragons or whatever pulling his boat.
Yeah.
You know, I prefer for thousands of years I lay dormant. Surfaces.
Okay, so you guys have 3 days left of travel.
I won't need to eat more
Yeah.
rations until then. Woo!
So, Emilio, the drow will kind of talk to you mostly because you're the only one that can understand them.
Yo.
Or at least the only one that has mentioned being able to understand him. And I'll just be like, so, what are you guys doing out here, I guess?
We're looking for information on someone who's up to no good.
That's vague.
They're part of a cult, you see.
Ew, cults, gross.
They're smearing the good name of the goddess of the Ryan is goddess or god?
Goddess.
Goddess. Okay, because you referred.
I
think-
sometimes say God as
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. So Rise is the name of a League of Legends character that is male. So I played the shit out of that character.
Okay.
So when I say Rise, I default to him. I do mean her.
Okay, 'cause
Rise
you-
is a goddess.
Because you have to.
Respect
You've,
their pronouns.
yeah, because you have said him
As
before.
he's using
so-
God as the general term.
Yeah, but he's also said
They are a
he
deity.
when talking about Rise, so that's
Yeah.
why I was making sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they're genderless. Maybe
I
they're
think-
just an orb of light.
True.
Because, you know, they're the sun.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, they're smearing the good name of the goddess Rise, and I will not stand for this.
Oh yeah, Rise. Fantastic deity. Bright, hurts my eyes.
Hey, are you
Gives me a
preaching to
headache.
them?
I'm not.
He just heard the name Rise. He heard the name Rise. He's like, wait a minute.
I'm not preaching to anyone. And I'll turn to him in
While in
Elvish.
sunlight, the drow have disadvantage on attack rolls as well as wisdom perception
I'll-
checks
I'll
that
turn
rely
to-
on sight.
I'll turn to him and be like, now, I know you're not gonna like Rise that much, but she's really a good goddess.
I'm sure she is. She just gives me a headache.
And I do apologize about that, but there's not much I can do. I will offer blanket to cover him when in sunlight.
Nah, he'll suck it up.
Okay.
He
It's
just squints a lot.
It's uncomfortability, not
Yeah.
actual pain.
It's not like he's a vampire where he's taking radiant damage from being in the sun.
Notably, I will spend a lot of time just explaining to him the benefits of Rise and why Rise is good. You know, preaching
He
Hang
will
on a minute.
stop talking to you.
Nah.
This sounds like a sermon.
I don't get to do this very often. Shut up.
Well,
no.
there has
If I
been
notice
much
him-
stopping you.
Yeah, just noticing him turn away, just nods approvingly.
And then she'll stop
Just
talking
nods
about.
approvingly to
She'll,
him.
she'll stop talking about Rise and be like, "So what's the Underdark like?"
Dark. A lot of mushrooms. A lot of weird shit down there. So much weird shit.
Is it a good place to adventure?
Do you like becoming a slave?
No.
No.
Who's to say I'll become a slave?
Most adventurers who go down there end up becoming a slave. Most not adventurers who go under there end up becoming a slave. Most people born down there end up becoming a slave.
A slave to whom?
Drow, usually.
Ah,
The
so you're
matriarch.
so you're enslaved, and then you enslave others.
So yeah, it's like you have a sort of hierarchy, right? So you got like the matriarch, everyone else. He like does like hand gestures. Everyone else, and then just below that, slaves. And I mean like just below.
Ah, I see. And so do you look down on other races, or it's just because you're told to enslave them?
I mean, it's less that we look down on them because they are other races, and more so we look down on them because they are labeled slaves.
Ah, so you don't inherently have a bias towards other races.
Yeah, I don't really care what race you are. You're labeled as a slave, so like, you're kind of marked as property.
I gotcha. I understand. Now, what would happen if...
Dwagar down there, Smurf Neblin, however fuck you pronounce that.
Now,
Zwerfneblin.
what would happen if someone went down there and, I don't know, started enslaving others?
Well, that would be the cause of a war, which there's already one down there. I mean, pretty much it's just like, if you try to enslave others, the strongest figure down there is not going to like that you are creating a power creep, so they are going to basically try to assimilate whatever you set up. Your slaves will become their slaves, and then you will also become their slave.
I see. Interesting.
Yoinkity splankety.
What gods do you worship, if any?
Oh, down there? 1 second while the DM opens the list of gods.
Stan.
Cuts to Juggernaut under the water, enjoying the waterbed.
Oh, that's a neat looking fish. I didn't know those exist down there.
Nice boulder.
Let's see here. Well, in our matriarch, a lot of the times we would worship Fang and Bane.
Interesting. Do you want to return to the Underdark and be enslaved again?
I
Or
mean, like, again, I was not a slave. I was an underling.
Right, yes, you had mentioned that. My bad.
So, like, but, like, it's not necessarily that I want to go back to that old life, and more so, the Underdark is the only thing I have ever known.
If you go back, will you be found?
Depends on where I am in relation to where I was.
Ah.
The
How-
Underdark is really, really big.
I see. Does time travel differently down there?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's harder to track time down there as you don't have celestial bodies to keep track of everything, but
Yes.
generally it's still about 24 hours in a day.
Okay. How do you keep time down there?
Kind of guess. I mean, really, it doesn't matter too much as long as whatever civilization you're a part of down there is all running at around the same.
Okay.
So, you know, for some people, for some civilizations, they're up at what you guys consider night, and that's when they conduct their business. They just do it at the same time every day, since we don't have a sun or a moon to help us track when we should sleep or not.
Right. This is all very interesting. I love learning about other cultures. Is there anything you wish to know about the surface?
He kind of like looks around. It's so green.
Yes.
Ugh, weird.
Do you not like green?
It's not that I don't like it, it's just weird. Again, Underdark, not a lot of sunlight down there. We don't have a lot of this kind of vegetation. It's mostly mushrooms down there.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not used to seeing this.
Interesting. Do you want to ask any of the others any questions?
Why is that one walking under the boat under the water? This is so fucking weird.
He doesn't need to breathe, so he just kind of...
Yeah, but why is he in the fucking water?
There's not enough...
Do you know how dangerous that shit is?
There's not enough room on the boat for all four of us? And looking at Constantine, and he wants to take his boat every chance he gets. I don't know why he's obsessed with it.
Why are you addressing me?
Shush now. Just gestures.
You looked at me.
We're talking about your boat.
Okay, why?
He's asking questions.
Like? If he's asking about my boat, should I not be answering?
He's asking why Juggernaut's under the water.
No, because the water's nice.
And that led to me saying you like to use your boat.
He seems panicky. You sure that's what he said?
Yes, he apparently the underwater is dangerous. And it's weird
Tell
to
him
him.
above ground water is safe as long as it's not the ocean. That's when it gets dangerous.
I guess I'll translate that part.
The fuck's an ocean?
He doesn't know what an ocean is. It's like a river, but bigger.
Folds out map. See how there's more water?
He like looks appalled at the amount of water on this map.
Could we potentially see the ocean from where we are?
A
No.
little too downriver at this, but maybe at like a
Way
bend we
too
could have.
downriver, yeah.
Yeah.
You could see it pretty good from like by the Druid's Grove, but not from where you guys are now.
Okay.
If you know like how to look at the horizon and tell the ocean's there, you would probably know there's an ocean, but like you can't see the ocean.
Yeah.
Because like the light changes a little bit when you're close to the ocean on the horizon line.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like what kind of fucking animals do you guys have around? Because like down there we just have hooked horrors and quaggoth.
Do you want to know about land animals or water animals?
Either. Kind of
Well,
good to know.
On land, we have things like bears, deer, bunnies.
Okay, so like, what's a bear and what's a deer? I haven't seen these before.
A bear, think of something as big as as Juggernauts down there, but with teeth and claws and fur.
That sounds like a quaggoth.
Sure. A deer is a four-legged animal that tastes good and eats grass.
He's good and eats what? The green shit?
Yes. Most
Okay.
animals either eat that or they eat each other.
I'm gonna blow this man's mind when I take out a ration that has like potatoes in it.
And 4 legs, eats grass, and tastes good. Okay.
There's things that fly like birds.
Okay, I know of birds. We don't have any in the Underdark, but like some of the mages have familiars that are birds.
Okay. There are hundreds of animals. I can't explain every single one of them. There's fish. Do you know what fish are?
Yeah, we have water in the Underdark. It's just kind of fish we have down there are a little bit bigger and
We have
meaner
We have fish
and
that
hungrier.
most of the fish that exist up here are the ones that we eat, rather than they eat us.
See, the ones we have in the Underdark cause insanity if you eat them.
That sounds not good.
Yeah, it's generally why we don't fish too much. There are a
They just have
few
a
that
high-
don't.
I love they just have a high mercury content.
You also cannot see through water in the Underdark like you can here.
Mhm. Yeah, they have a high mercury content.
She'll spend time explaining various animals to him.
I can't wait to have an interaction with this man in town if your descriptions are anything like deer. 4 legs and eats grass. I'd like to point out, sometimes dogs eat grass.
Weirdly
enough, cows eat grass.
Yes.
Horses eat grass.
She doesn't have high intelligence. This.
See, I would understand if the way you describe them, he confused a wolf and a bear. Like, that would be understandable confusion.
I mean, I'll clarify on deer if you like.
No, 'cause he
It's
wouldn't
however
know to
your
ask.
character would.
He
would
would
not
know
know to
to ask
ask.
for clarification. We just think it's funny how poor it is.
But you guys
Like,
don't know.
he does,
in-game.
there aren't too many.
No,
Yeah.
I can't. There's a reason I haven't interrupted you.
I know, and
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
I'm just sailing my boat.
My boat.
See, because like in the Underdark, like we didn't have too many 4-legged creatures. We had some big beetle things that burrow. They got like gray skeleton, and they fucking hurt if they hit you. And we have quaggoths. They're usually enslaved. They're big bipedal creatures with like a gray fur, almost balding. In a way, it's weird. It's like their head is bald, but everywhere else has hair.
That's
like-
almost like a bear, except for bears can have black fur, brown fur. They aren't balding, and they usually walk on 4 legs. Also, they can climb trees.
Yeah, see, quaggoths, they can use all 4s, but they generally stick to 2, and they speak. They know Undercommon usually.
Notably, bears can go on 2 legs, but usually just to look intimidating or climb trees. They generally don't walk on 2 legs. Meets a druid.
Then we have hooked horrors. They are also bipedal with massive, sharp claws.
I assume they hurt as well.
I mean, they got a claw the size of a long sword. So yeah.
Ah, I see.
They also like to travel in groups. So like, when there's 1, there's 10.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get killed by them.
She'll look at everyone's. Hey guys, we're not ever going to the Underdark. It's a very bad place.
No, it's not nice to talk about somebody's home like that.
Looks at him. Can I describe where you're from as a bad place?
To think of it as advanced survival.
Fair enough. It's a very advanced survival-based place.
That sounds like I'll do great. No, I won't. Actually, That might be fine.
Considering things there can eat you in one gulp, I don't think so.
They'd have to try.
Things there can eat me in one gulp, I'm pretty sure.
Sounds like you're weak.
Sounds like we're just small.
Making fun of my height, you bastard. He starts grumbling to himself. Kick you off my boat.
I'm small to some things down there.
So, more about this... Is a cave we're going to?
Yeah, it's like a cave.
Is there anything I should be keeping an eye out for on our way there? Like, you guys seem like you're in search for this bad person or whatever.
Yeah, they look like me, but they're on fire.
No.
Aren't we looking for information on this person?
I mean, I can't tell you in character because you're speaking a different language.
Yeah. Okay, I will keep an eye out for someone like you, but on fire. Why is the surface so weird?
I don't know why the surface is so weird. Hey, Constantine, is there anything that he should be on the lookout for?
Well, we're going to the cave where something might have happened to make the tiefling guy go insane, so describe the tiefling guy. He should look out for any suspicious persons, because they might be related. Food.
I will
Keep an eye out for
translate
food.
all of that and describe the bard we're looking for.
Okay. Alright. So is this
Ooh.
cave like his home?
Is this
Ask
cave
him if
his
he knows what
home?
an aboleth. Ask him if he knows what an aboleth is.
Do you know what an aboleth is?
Yeah. We see him all the time in the Underdark.
He says he sees them all the time in the Underdark.
Oh, fantastic! The cult worships an aboleth.
The cult.
If he knows what one's, can he tell us what one looks like?
The cult worships an aboleth. What do they look like?
Think an octopus had a baby with a shark?
So apparently they look like an octopus with having a baby with a shark.
Huh. Calamari.
But also shark.
Interesting.
A little bit of eel in there, too.
And maybe
Not
some,
a whole bunch, but a little bit.
maybe a tiny bit of eel in there as well.
I see. Danger noodle.
Danger noodle is a correct way to describe it. Translates
Extra noodles.
translate danger noodle to.
I find it weird that they worship an aboleth.
I guess he pretended to be a god or something.
I mean, anyone who knows of an aboleth knows that they're enemies of the god.
Apparently,
Gods,
this
they
cult don't know
generally
aboleth
trick-
though.
What's more likely is they're under its mind control.
Translates that they're possibly under its mind control to Constantine.
Huh.
I guess that makes sense with how they have their holy symbol desecrated.
No, that would make sense. What changed the bard?
That's too.
The other ones are probably under the influence of the book, because the book told the lie about it being a fallen god.
The book.
But that would explain why the brother had such a change of personality.
Indeed, it would.
I'm so glad I healed this man.
Translating everything now, back and forth.
Yeah, that seems more likely.
Stops the boat. Now hang on, we think the cave is where he had his personality change. We probably shouldn't go there if it has mind control.
Probably not. I assume Amelia just translates
Yes.
this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly they're only able to do it so many times in a day.
But if we're the first ones to visit today, then it could be a problem.
I don't know how many times they're capable of doing it. But it also only works for out to a mile. Once you're under its control, you have to be like really close. For them to actually get control of you. And it doesn't even always work. It's actually not that hard to resist.
How hard is an aboleth to kill?
Very hard.
How would an adult black dragon fare against an aboleth?
What's a dragon?
I will repeat
Shit.
that and let Constantine explain what a dragon is.
Well, he's not gonna be able to give a good answer if he doesn't know what a dragon is, but he'll...
Yeah.
Magical giant lizards the size of at least a house that can fly and breathe elements.
Ooh, I
Sometimes
think it would probably have a pretty good chance.
Sometimes they can be the size of a city.
No.
The hard thing with aboleths is it's less that they're good in a fight, and more so that they can poison and disease you just by touching you.
Ha! I'm immune to one of those things. Only one.
On top of that, if you try to go at it with a group, half the time you'll be fighting half of your group at the same time. And they're extremely good at getting away if they have a source of water. If you can get them out of water, they're not too great. They don't move very fast.
So dry up all the water in the area before you fight them.
Well, good luck with that. If an aboleth is nearby, they're usually in or very close to an extremely large body of water.
So what, are we not going to the cave anymore?
I mean... If the aboleth is there, chances are it's not going to go great.
Is there any way to tell if an aboleth is close by?
Not without seeing it first. They leave a gross residue anywhere they are on land, but if you're by where they are on land, chances are you're close enough for them to take control of you, so...
If we don't go
You said
to
they
the
could-
cave, what do we do next?
Well, hang on. You said the mind control only works out to a mile?
Yeah. Something along that. Maybe 2?
In that case, he'll like let the boat start drifting again. But he's not like he's not like paddling it now.
Yeah.
In that case, he wouldn't be able to go back all the way to town and be under mind control. Which means it would have had to reason with him if it's there, or something else happened there.
Are you thinking maybe we can talk to it?
I hope I don't have to. My hope is it's something else that's there. But it's possible.
The really dangerous thing is if we go anywhere that it would consider its home.
Why?
If they are in one area for a long period of time, they tend to create precautions in case anything tries to attack them there. There's some pools of water, usually, that will usually grab creatures and try to drown them.
That's not the problem for 2 of our members.
it also still just restrains you and keeps you there.
That's the bigger problem.
On top of that, if they're in an area long enough, they can put out a lot of psychic energy that, if they find you to be hostile, can turn against you, and you'll begin to see things, panic. Sometimes it can even cause you to go insane or kill you.
Go insane might have been what happened to the brother.
It's more of like fleeting, not fleet, an uncontrollable insanity. It's less that like you'll be a changed person, and more so you turn into a vegetable drooling in the corner.
Okay, probably didn't happen to the brother.
Which means either he bargained with it, or it's not a thing in the cave.
What mama I've come to buy.
The dangerous thing is aboleths have been around for... They're practically ageless. They're as old as the gods. So they may just have certain secrets unlocked that we don't know of. Every aboleth is different depending on their experience, and they've had plenty of it.
Indeed.
Maybe we go see if we can locate a slime trail around this cave.
That might be a good idea.
And if we do, we report that there's probably an aboleth living there, and that might need to get solved.
And that might prompt the king to take action. Possibly.
Indeed.
Which would be the best outcome for all of us, I think.
I mean, I'll deal with a cult. I don't think I want to deal with whatever the heck this thing is.
Exactly.
I see you guys follow a hierarchy as well. Tell me, how are subjects treated here? Is it borderline slavery?
Not even close.
Depends on how much money you can make.
I see.
As an ex-farmer, now adventurer, he knows.
So, I assume you guys just continue on to the cave then?
Yeah, we'll continue the cave. Instead of trying to find and immediately go in, we'll search the area to see if we can find any evidence of aboleth.
Yeah, well,
but we'll keep
this was the only potential random encounter that had actual interest to it. The rest of them are like,
there's a deer.
Man, a deer, or oh shit, a bear just took your rations.
I mean, we can point those things out to this man as we see them.
Hey, look, that's a deer. That's
So
not
I
at
will
all
say-
what you described.
Well, no, it's on 4 legs, eats grass, and probably tastes delicious. He'd believe it. And then he'd see a moose and be like, oh, that's also a deer.
And then he'd see a bear and go, wait, is that also a deer?
And then he'd see a dog and go, wait, so that's a deer. And then he'd see a fox and go, wait, so is that also a deer?
Or as I've posted in memes, behold,
Yeah.
deer.
Ah, yes, deer.
So, yeah.
I like that horse picture is tilted ever so slightly forward.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I will say you guys do get there. With no problems. Nope, I don't want it on linger anymore. I want instant, so it goes away. There we go. So yeah, takes a little bit of searching around. You guys had 2 more days of that. Make sure I got the right day. So it should be the 24th now. Yep.
consumes additional half ration.
Consumes
Yeah.
another ration.
Well, that is 2 days worth of rations. So yeah, however you want to divide that that was 2 days of travel.
Oh, wait a day.
So yeah, the guy managed to like snag a fish or two or something. He is able to survive on his own. Like
Yay.
he is not bad at living,
Mhm.
just bad at not letting prisoners escape.
Fair enough. I too would be bad at not letting prisoners escape.
Yeah, see, you get it. So yeah, you guys get to about where it is, and you search for a little while. I want everyone to roll a perception or investigation of your choice.
Let's go. Scooch.
What am I better at? I think I'm better. Okay, I'm slightly better at perception. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you all managed to find a nice little tucked away cave. It's kind of like it. The entrance to the cave is really small. Like, Juggernaut and Emilio have to like kind of duck and squeeze in. Constantine, you kind of fit a little more easily. Like you guys kind of have to like duck in, but it does like it does look like it would open up pretty well immediately.
Okay.
I know you guys aren't actually going in yet, but like it's like you find like an entrance to a cave. It's just a very tight entrance. And you're kind of looking around. You don't see any like slime trails or anything. There is a kind of damp smell coming from the cave, though.
Just gonna shine my bullseye lantern down at first, just to see if the first 120 feet are relatively clear.
120 feet. You don't see anything other than cave.
All right, he'll snuff it for the time being to not give away that we're moving down the thing. Like, it looks relatively safe.
And as of this moment, there's no mental issues.
None that you guys can tell.
That pineapple square dog.
All these caves make a layer. Wait a second.
Hang on a minute.
So yeah, you guys kind of start going in. How far in do you want to go? Because it looks like it goes for a while.
Probably as until one of the dark vision people sees something they don't want to see.
Yeah, sounds
Like,
about
okay,
Okay,
right.
so until the drow sees something.
Emilio.
Because
But the drow has a longer vision.
120 feet of dark vision.
So yeah. If he sees something that like rings bad to him in regards to Aboleth, we'll stop. I'm
Okay.
gonna trust our resident expert.
So yeah, you guys kind of start moving along. And eventually the drow stops you and goes, "Hold on. I see water down there."
I see.
And it is real murky. That's looking like Underdark levels of water. Which is where aboleth are more common.
How far away is the water?
About 120 feet away.
Do we want to throw something in the water and see if anything pops out?
I don't know we're here.
But then we have a chance to run, maybe, possibly.
Because we're high up, so that should not look like Underdark water. Right?
Yeah,
like,
you guys are way too high up for Underdark. This cave has been declining a little bit, not that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that stands out as weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I say that's at least decent evidence, given all the goings on. That there might be an aboleth living here, and maybe we shouldn't go down.
Yes.
That seems above our pay grade.
But we won't
Because we
know for sure.
look, we were not hired to slay an aboleth. We were hired to get property and maybe find this guy to clear out his debt. We do not need to deal with the aboleth. That is not our job.
That is true.
If they want to pay me to take this on, I will consider it. However, I am not being paid for this right now.
That is also true. I mean, if it's the aboleth that is smearing Ryze's good name, I would prefer to see it dead. But I don't think I have the capabilities to do it alone.
Look, if as I described a dragon, he says it has a chance.
Yes.
I'm not feeling confident that you can punch it in the face very well.
Me neither. I agree with that.
So I say we turn back and go back to town.
And tell people there might be a threat, a city and a world-ending threat here.
I don't know about world ending, but definitely a high-level threat.
Now hear
We
me
can have a
out.
friend describe what an aboleth is.
What if we hire other adventurers to come find out for sure?
They might do that. Like I said, if they want to pay me to take on an aboleth, I will do that job. However, I am not being paid for this.
No, I agree. We should leave while we can.
Look, I like adventure. I do not wish to die.
Again.
Again-ish.
Yes, no, I agree with that.
While you guys are talking, Constantine, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh no. Hopefully it's a familiar one.
Yes, it is. You hear Yul, the private investigator.
Oh, okay.
It's him using the sending spell. It's supposed to be a limit of like 25 words. I'm just gonna spitball here.
Get
Hey.
roughly correct.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count him out. It's close enough or it's not. I'm not trying to like abuse the spell. He
Yeah.
just says, "Hey, talked with the old friend. That's a dead end. However, in Sarton, it does look like the fake alias has bought a house."
Oh.
I counted for you. That was 24. Good going.
Holy shit, I'm fucking good!
One second.
That was off the off the noggin. That was really good.
Yeah, I didn't even bother fucking counting that out. I honestly, by the time I was like at the end of it, I'm like, man, that's gonna be like 40 words.
Turns out it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I still had like one more word to spare there.
Fuck. There you go.
All right. So,
Since I had one more
So-
word, he also says kisses.
no, no.
Not actually.
Picked up Drow, learned about Aboleth. Cave has water like Underdark. Likely Aboleth lives here. Not going in, returning to town.
Okay.
Warn appropriate officials. Which would be 23, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yep. No kisses back.
Hugs. Hugs and kisses, because I have two. Hugs, kisses.
And is okay. There you go.
No,
Hugs, kisses.
Hugs, kisses. XO.
What
I'll
is it,
allow
a
it.
relationship now?
Look, we're both small characters.
Honey, I'm coming home now.
Yul isn't that small.
He's a halfling, isn't he?
No.
I thought he was. What is he?
No. He has a
And
halfling
a halfling
secretary.
receptionist, right?
Yeah, receptionist.
That's what I was thinking of.
He is a fire genasi.
Right. Never mind.
At least it would be a
It
hot,
would never
passionate
work.
relationship.
But I'm water-based.
That's why it would work. Opposites attract.
Come on, haven't you seen the new Elements movie?
It'd be a very steamy relationship.
This is true.
I just don't need to
can
watch
cast
it. I've
a
heard
better
good things
ver- I-
about Elements.
I can channel divinity to make a better version of Fog Cloud.
Poof. Oh. So yeah. You guys, I assume, get the fuck out of the cave?
Yep.
Alright, as you get out of the cave, there's an aboleth staring at the cave entrance.
Oh no.
No.
It's a trap.
So yeah. I don't have anything super fun planned for the way back. I assume
Weirdly
you
enough,
guys...
I think we're moving at a fast pace.
Yeah, at least at the very least until you get well out of range of where you think the
Yeah.
aboleth is.
I'd be happy to move at a fast pace all the way back to Sarton.
Yeah.
Also, we're moving with the flow of the river.
No, we're just walking on the road now because
Yeah,
the river's inefficient to get back to Sarton because it's a triangle.
that's up.
True.
That's also upriver, too,
Yeah.
so that'd be harder.
Up
Well, part of it's downriver.
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
upriver to the Druid Cove because it's not a big deal to get there.
Yeah.
And then the way here was downriver, but because
No,
it's-
that's upriver because downriver is toward the
other way
ocean here.
around. Yeah.
So you guys were going
From the mountains
downriver
to
for a
the
while,
ocean.
but went upriver.
Oh, this doesn't flow to the ocean; it flows from the ocean.
No, it flows to the ocean. You guys were flowing upriver.
Oh, I'm thinking of right. My
Yeah.
brain's getting. Yep, I see what my brain's
Yeah.
doing. Good job, brain. Being stupid.
Yeah, because it's down according to the map,
Yeah.
but downriver is when it goes into the ocean. Directions are hard. But yeah, the drow will just keep pace with you guys on whatever you choose, so Constantine wants to do fast pace back. What do you guys want to do?
Fast pace is fine.
Yes.
Alright.
It'd be great if we got to the city and saw a dragon leaving. That would be very
Well,
nice to
I will
see.
say nothing too interesting happens on your way back. That is I believe a 4-day trek.
Some
4.5
other-
ish. No snapping. Linger. From there. Following the road. About a 5-day trek. So. And I will say nothing interesting happens on the way there. You guys get back, and I am going to end the session there.
I figured as much.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll say on the 27th, unless you guys want to like try to do shit on the 27th, because it will be past the 27th by the time you get back. There is weird shit that happens. You were advised not to be out on the 27th during night because of the comet.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna make it back in time, are we?
No, but I'll say you can just have passed a small cave to hunker down in.
Yeah, I guess we'll hug
or
the
you can try to
mountains.
explore it. Just explore during that time. If that's the case, I'm just gonna end the session while you guys are like setting up camp.
Do we
for
want to
that
explore
night.
caves? Spelunking fun.
Eh,
It's not that you'd be exploring the caves during that night. It'd be that
Exploring the night
if you
where
want to
everything's
explore
fucky-wucky.
during that night.
Oh, no.
Okay. So yeah. I'll just say you guys found a nice little cave to hide out in that night. You heard some weird noises, but you are generally undisturbed. And you will be getting back on the 29th. And I'm just gonna write that there so that way when I find my good thingy. So yeah.
yeah, weirdly enough, I'm gonna assume that when we get there, there's gonna be some extra guard at the gate for like, hey, There might be an aboleth to the southeast. Maybe.
We'll
Maybe
go over
extra
that
guards.
there. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna be starting the situation with you guys getting back and seeing the situation of
Fair
the city.
enough.
They do nothing. Like America.
I mean, they might not.
No. America would have taxed the citizens for it and then done nothing.
This is true.
Like, okay, aboleth taxes, thank you, we're gonna do nothing about it now.
Or leveled the mountain.
Or level the mountain.
It's either nothing or everything. But either way, there's an exorbitant amount of taxes.
Yes.
Yeah. Who doesn't
Good thing we're not citizens.
Do
technically?
you think that's gonna
true.
stop them from taxing you?
Depends on what they tax. If they tax alcohol when we buy it, then we're part of it. We're getting taxed. It all depends on how they apply it.
Called the adventure tax. All
Mm.
adventurers, even if they're not from here, have to pay taxes. As long as they're in this, as long as they're in the kingdom at the time of tax season.
I'm not an adventurer. I'm a wanderer.
Bullshit! You were hired as an
I'm
adventurer.
a wanderer.
I am a
That's when you
freelance
see
farmer.
the city just fucking empties. Come tax time.
Yeah, just a city that's like really big with adventurers, just like becomes a fucking ghost town at tax season.
That would be hilarious.
I gotta write that in somewhere. That's too funny to not
Me
do.
too.
Well, hey, you know what? There you go, Kenneth. You've made progress. You didn't steal from me this time. You stole from Dale.
Progress.
Muffin, give me something to steal.
I do all
Booty.
the time.
What do you give me to steal all the time?
Kenneth, do you know how many ideas that me and Fabian are spitballing, and then you take them?
No.
You've done it a lot.
Oh.
It's fine.
I don't actually care, but like,
You're part of the conversation, so it's fine. I'm just letting you know.
I didn't know I did that a lot.
Kenneth, it's almost like when we talk about D&D as a group and have a good idea, using the idea makes sense.
Yeah.
Here, your idea is that you should be gay.
No.
that's a damn good idea.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Muffin. He should also do that. Anyway. Well, we're done for the night. I'll close up stream.
Goodbye, peoples.
Bye, streams. I hope you
everybody.
enjoyed my failure at DMing.
You do fine.
I certainly do
He's a
better than
failure.
you.
True.
And with that, goodbye.
Goodbye.